Hey, welcome everybody to the Rivals Ascension League, EMEA, Europe, Middle East, and Asia. You know how we do, or Africa, I should say. I'm Jig, that's Narwhal. We're about to call some super hype action because day two preliminaries is about to be hot.
Yeah, these matches are looking to be very, very exciting. We have at least 3 games ready for you today. I believe. Who do we have going up first? It's Insomnia, Esports, and
We got Insomnia, PCS
wait.
Zhiyong. You must be
Okay.
familiar with these teams.
I'm very curious to see how the first matches go. We didn't actually see any of these teams play yesterday. Yesterday we had quite a few. We had quite a few of the. I believe Insomnia and PCS were the teams that did not play yesterday during the other games. So these are going to be their first showing for day 2. I'm very excited to see how they do.
Me too, one and the same. These prelims should be violent, as Marvel Rivals do. They should be ugly at certain parts, but when it comes to victory, they should be all the more pretty. I am looking forward to seeing how they play as well, because as Bossman told me, Insomnia is an Ignite qualifying team, and Ignite being the league that Marvel Rivals is currently running. That means they're a big name, yeah, and they made a name for themselves as a team against PCS Zhiyong, who, if the guys I just mentioned and the former are more of a, what can I say, a Zoomer team, because Ignite is the more newer tournament that we got going down. Then Zhiyong might be a bit boomer because they made top 32 qualifiers, he said, in the MRC Marvel Rivals Championship, I should say, bro. Now that one was super hype because that was when people didn't have locked sponsorships, when people weren't franchising, weren't in leagues. Everybody was trying to make it into a big team before the Sentinels and the 100 Thieves were colliding. Zhiyong to actually be the ones to be so high up in triple digits numbers of teams is saying something. I think it could go either way. So Zoomer versus Boomer, it's a toss-up.
Bit of old dogs versus new blood. I'm very interested to see how this match will go. Do you have any bets on who's going to have the edge then?
I don't, but if I had a coin, I'd just flip it right now and say we just let the coin decide. But that's the wrong comic book franchise, so let's not do that. I'll just be random and say, for the Zoomer gang, let's give it to Insomnia, because they don't sleep. If they really live up to their team name, then they should be on the sticks, locked in and wide awake, peeled at every corner. I'm expecting them to be very rush heavy, no pokes, no dives. They just see every corner and just want to take every fight they can. I'm hoping so, because if they fall asleep at the wheel, PCS Zhiyong will take full advantage of them wherever they are at the map, because the first map we got, we shall reveal in due time, but the first game mode we got is Convergence. That I can tell you, because it is randomized, so we never know. It's a
And the
mix.
map,
We're in the mix, y'all.
yeah, the map could be just about anything, and that actually has a pretty decent effect on the team since it's going to be hard for them to really. They have to be able to adapt on the fly since. Depending on what the map could be, that changes up comps a lot. Even when it is same game modes, the maps will change a lot of what heroes you're going to be looking to play. So I'm interested to see how they adapt and how fast they're going to adapt.
Adaptability will be the name of the game, especially on the fly, going deep into these maps that we got coming up, since it will be very mixy in a lot of these fights. And if they don't know, well, they probably do. They probably were just informed about which maps, but we don't. So we're gonna have to, just like them, figure it out as we go, because Convergence is one of those game modes where you meet in the middle. Plain and simple. You meet in the middle, you box, take control of the point, and you push from there. And honestly, as most Marvel Rivals matches go, whoever takes the first hold, whoever strikes first normally wins. Normally, people bounce back around the 99-point mark where people are like, we got these guys, don't give up. Just lock in for these last few seconds, and then they maybe make a 50% before all of a sudden they just get that last tick. So I think Insomnia, they may have the upper hand, even though I don't know anything about the team except for the fact that the logo does look cool. So they must keep that same energy, just keep it cool, keep it calm, and they should be locked to taking the game unless PCS has something to say about it in the future. But nah, they've got multiple game modes to lock into, so We're just gonna have to see.
So we do actually know the map now. It's going to be Hall of Dajalia on Wakanda. So this is going to be... I do quite like this map. It's a bit of a hectic map sometimes. And we'll have to see. We are into Hero Select now. We will have to see how this shapes out. We do see some hovers right now.
Pick and ban.
Oh yes, picks and bans. So it's like Mag banned away and Human Torch banned away.
You know what's funny about the Human Torch ban? I get that you want the eyes in the skies to be removed altogether, no eye in the sky shots from the top rope. But let's be completely honest though, there's a ceiling. So if you got somebody who doesn't hit scan and just knows how to snipe, Johnny is basically a sitting duck. And given that there are very few corridors and very few doors, and even that one on the wall that you can just fly miraculously through, then honestly, it's just a weird ban for me. I thought they would have gone for something like Namor, maybe just got Luna out the way off rip, but they're gonna have to show me what's up. They did protect Magneto after banning it for the ops, so Zhiyong is keeping things more safe than Insomnia with these honestly wacky picks and bans. That's why they locked Johnny just a counter pick like that. So it is what it is. We're just gonna have to find out.
I'm interested to see the Johnny. I feel like this character has been a little bit slept on for like the last little while. There was like a point in time earlier in the season where he was probably one of the better characters in the game. I think even post nerfs, he's been relatively decent. So we'll have to see if that's more of an off meta pick. We do see a lot of hovers going around here. Magneto's protected here. A lot of tank bans. My goodness. Emma Frost banned away. Cap and Mag all banned away from Insomnia. They are really hard targeting the tanks. We'll have to,
which means they know something about them.
Yeah, I imagine that Insomnia likely a very tank focused roster, and I do see the Lord Magneto over there, so they will not be able to run that. Looks like Cloak and Dagger will be the protect, and we do see the bans finally come through. Insomnia protecting Luna and Human Torch, while Cap, Hulk, Emma Frost, and Magneto all taken away. And then on the other side, Human Torch, Luna, Emma Frost, Loki, with Mag and Cloak and Dagger protected. And we do see the comps getting locked in now.
I can see the vision, I can hear it too, especially with the fact that Ultron is being picked by the side of Zhiyong. They want to make sure that they do not lose the point at any point in time. After all, it being convergence and it being more of control and it being more of escorting to follow, it's more like you don't want sustainability to be the name of the game, especially with this early like fat corridor as they're gonna go through the tunnel right here. The problem, they actually picked Jean? Okay, it's because she's new. Everybody does that. All right, back on fact though. Zhiyong got rid of all the tanks, which means peeping the ranks on the side of Insomnia is more of a matchup issue. They do not want people to live, like I said again, don't want the sustainability, do not want to be flanked by like someone like Cap, don't want the Snow Bunny mind control being a factor and throwing them off the map at a random interval, so I can listen to Zhiyong's bans a lot better, and their saves, getting rid of like Human Torch so that they can walk in with them for the side of Insomnia, that's there too. However, Strange knows how to protect his team. Everybody's floating. Everybody's having fun. Insomnia versus Zhiyong, game number 1 convergence in the Wakanda map. Who comes out on top? Because they're making an attack.
We have the first fight on the map here. Everyone's just pushing forward. PCS Zhiyong just slowly pressing. Magneto is getting a little bit low, doesn't really behind him. But the Force is putting out a lot of damage. He's already built a good amount of ult cards, but it seems that PCS Zhiyong are about to get on to the point here. The fight is looking to break out. For now, nobody's going down yet. Heroes are still effective and keeping everybody and healthy.
Having the way Demon, that his name? Demon's actually playing around cover very well, but then Ultron decides to try to pick at him. It's not his job. They're supposed to be healing the team. Now it's all up to Cloak. Demon got a pick. The attacking side is being flanked by the solo Jean. They don't know what to do about this. It's a full wipe. Zhiyong is gone. Maybe the tank meta isn't what they should be looking for. Good first hold out of Insomnia. They're wide awake.
It seems so. That Jean flank was massive in that fight, but There was a big misplay, I think, from Markov, who just kind of went in so alone as the Ultron, I think, trying to find a pick on the backline. There was some low health bar, so I do see the angle, but unfortunately, one healer goes down and the rest of the team falls apart. But Zhiyong is going to regroup and try again, as is the way in Rivals.
And keep in mind that the only damage dealer they got on their side, the only duelist is Scarlet Witch, so of course she doesn't have the range to reach Johnny Storm if he goes too high. Look at Ultron, this is his job now, he has to the damage to pull it off, and he does. No more Johnny for you. Team is off mark, that's what he wanted earlier. Nakamoto pick. He's gotten frozen. Passie's just trying to keep everybody alive on the point, but defense is too strong. Counter Magamoto. Actually people got held off of that. Frozen from Luna, good. Nobody's died so soon, but the attacking side for Zhiyong is actually trying to force the point of the Luna Snow. Ultimate will not make that happen. If they die here, it won't work. Noonan's pushing them way off. The attack was so close to having a great hold, so close to having a great break, I should say, but it did not work out in the end. Groot finishes the job, wiped off forever, real clutch. That's the second time that Zhiyong has lost their break.
It seems you have some compositional switch arounds here. PCS Zhiyong switching off of the Ultron onto the Squirrel Girl instead. And I believe we do see Iron Man coming out here. And we do actually still have the Ultron switching around on different players now. I believe Ruthless now. That is Ruthless. Now onto the Ultron instead. Still running that combo with the Iron Man. And looks like we're on to another push here. We have a lot more ultimates ready to go in this fight, and Damon already popping the Johnny ultimate. Massive tornadoes in the backline. That Squirrel Girl is already gone. That's tornado. Massive damage for the Johnny.
Everybody's hurting, everybody's running away, flocking like headless chickens. Bro was trying to pick a 1v1 with the Ultron who got him there 1-for-1 in fights earlier because he tried to get a dive on the back and snipe. Now he's just trying to challenge him 1v1, it's not working. Groot's got a good ultimate waiting in line just in case everybody bunches up. Ultron pumps the cog to ult to the drones, pulling out the damage, making sure Loki dies before he teleports. Perfect. Absolutely beautiful indeed. With Mark on the Squirrel Girl so that she could deal with Buddy Johnny on the sky. Maybe he's stronger with the Ultron, it's already showing. Because Jesus, the damage is crazy. Good ult from everybody. The Stampede and the damn pulse. Nobody could run away in that scenario. Zhiyong, that's what they wanted earlier. Insomnia is gone, and they're looking to get the final tick. So close yet so far because it's a 2v2 hold. Magneto's trying his best, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Big portal is here though for yes. They're trying to pull down this point. Insomnia at least teleporting to the land. They are able to get the corner, buy some more time, but they are not able to hold this point through. PCS Zhiyong will manage to get through his first point, and now we're on to the cards.
What'd I say? Hey Tony, you were doing real damage right there. Simcraft, I really love the shots. If you did that earlier, Johnny wouldn't know what to do in that scenario. I just saw the vision off rip. I was like, okay, these ceilings are going to be a problem for the boy, but if you stop him from flanking in between cover, then you won't have a problem, except for the fact that you gave him room to cook. You see he's diving. Ruthless is the one who has to 1v1 the flying flame boy. It's not working. Just because your movie's out just now, boy, doesn't mean that you're the new hotness. You're the old and gray, and you're just shooting bombs. Forget I said that. Ultron doesn't know what to do. The 2v1 is working out for Demon because the ground forces, they're holding on as long as they can to make sure that Johnny's distracted and they get the good push. So they're doing their job quite well. They don't have to kill him. They just have to distract him, and it is working dividends. They're just trying to get picks off the point. Whoever backs up with this team, if the Vanguard goes back, the rest of you should too. He has to heal you strategist so the Luna Snow ult, jeez, gibberish. Whoa, it's a scramble, so my brain is scrambling too. I cannot believe that they're still alive, but then this corridor is a choke point. They're strangling them. Zhiyong is still trying to get the break.
All the Ultron goes powerful here. All the Ultron, that Groot ult does not end up getting anything done. The second Ultron is getting popped here. She's just coming in, giving him a taste of their own medicine here. Hit onto the back line by Cooper. Taken down here by the Iron Man laser. Just got bloodbath here. Damon also popping the Johnny Storm Tornado. You have a maximum pulse. He's just going right in there. What are you going? Where are you going?
It's okay. Admit it. You
Split
need
the
me.
four of them with a maximum pulse ready to go. I mean, I saw the vision for just a moment there, and then it all came crashing down. A bit of an unfortunate fight there.
Like dirty dishes, they all crashed as Zhiyong just fell. Count it up, chat. That's like 3 that they've gotten a full wipe off of. You'd think it was the other game that this one is based off. No, this is Marvel Rivals you're watching. Team wipes even happen in 6v6 rather than 5v5s. Johnny's just doing the thing forever, making sure the wall is there because destructible environments means there are new opportunities for people to get random flanks. You do not want that. The backline hasn't been broken in yet because Forever is a steel trap, making sure that nobody goes around. If you want to fight him, you gotta do it head on. He's doing numbers with the group. And what I also love from the other side, they really thought he was him with Ultron. Oh, and he fell again. Look at Ruthless. This is what you should be doing, Newton. Being a good distraction. He's not about the kills with the Ultron, I realize. People thought his damage output would be high, but with Ruthless, it's just enough to get people off the cliff. The fun stuff would be a perfect opportunity for an ult, but the only one who has it is Iron Man, who's not going to hold up on the pulse yet because he's expecting the Universal ult. Is he going to shoot? He tried it, and nobody got hit. Insomnia just trying to make sure that they get just that little bit because they're so close. It's just like the previous scenario. Nakamoto.
Overtime. Only Jaggy and Ultron trying to hold down this point here. They're so nice to the Ultron and really putting up so much value. They do have the damage in the back. Massive good ultimate though. And punch is going down to the Johnny AoE. Everybody's dying now. Insomnia are slowly taking back control here. Johnny's full ultimate over the top to try and hold everybody back. They will manage to stop them in the overtime. PCS only able to get through that first area, just barely inches away.
Time to switch things up.
Get the word right out of my mouth. Just barely is the appropriate words to use in that situation. They lost 3 consecutive team fights and off of a constant solid hold. Judging by the fact that Insomnia could do nothing but distract, they made it work. Especially if you're like Ruthless, because bro, Ruthless was just doing his best trying to be like a duelist when you're a strategist. You're Ultron, you're supposed to be healing people up. You're supposed to keep the drones around like you Loki. You're supposed to be lurking for the team. But against another flyer, what can you do? And this time, Zhiyong is the one attacking. They just have to make sure they get past the first point after they get the hold on the little zone so that they can advance properly. But hey, that's a tough task to ask, judging by the fact that Insomnia did not have a problem team wiping them on and on. But then again, people do a lot better on attack than they do defense. Everybody loves their glory, and we have to see if Zhiyong is one of the same. Ultron, Cloak and Dagger, same old, same old. They're not really switching the comp up too much, but if one thing stays the same, yeah. And Zhiyong, Strange, he's a good defender, so if you don't have a shield, you might as well call GG's.
It makes sense. Sim Zhiyong, very big fan of these triple support compositions. Meanwhile, on the side of Insomnia, we see a lot of switch ups here. There's a Jet that just shot down. It looks like they're trying to portal immediately, but the aerial barrage is doing so much damage. We are just gonna put
that's an angle.
Oh, it's a freaking doing the Punisher teleport strat. I see the angle here. They are already on this point here. They're bypassing the double flyer backline here. They're just gonna go straight onto the point. They are already here. These punches raining down fire from above. Forever already into the back in that front line. The massive brawl going on here. That Venom right on the side. Everybody's dying just yet here. So everybody is jumping out of that portal now. That punch is no longer set up. You see both the rooms.
No ultimate, bunched up.
Everybody just having a big old brawl. That portal is getting saved. And he's already an Ultron on deck.
No, and just as you say that, I imagine that the ult was actually going to do numbers in just in the right nick of time. It did. I couldn't imagine the Insomnia getting team wiped, but they're getting picked off one by one. The angles are great, and I love that portal play, bro. Nolan just with the turret off the portal from the high up angle. Everybody's just using all the sneaky strats in the second round. Could you imagine that this was how it goes down? They haven't even gotten the tick yet. They had the vision, they had the play, but for some reason Insomnia just wasn't that much for it because Zhiyong, they were ready.
Was able to kind of pull it together. They saw the play. They did see the portal coming, which may have helped them out in this regard. So now we're going to fight moving out here. And Punisher already popping that ultimate, so Units are right behind him. He is scared. He just shot down that eye of Nagamura. Oh my gosh, that Punisher is going to do so much damage. There is a horn again though.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The 2-2-2 comp will always work, especially if you got two healers in the back, holding enough for their duelists to just do what they do best. But the strategist, I have to give the shout out to them, especially that Ultra ult. Dividends. Oh, Forever is still doing Groot things. Maybe it has to be the Vanguard MVP of the map because nobody knows how to get past that steel trap. Back to the drawing board for Zhiyong. The defense wasn't strong enough, and if my memory serves me right, this is a lot faster than what Insomnia did with their defending round. They just got great holds, but the early break is there for them. Perfect. Zhiyong could never, but it's not over yet. They have to get to that halfway point and just get the tick to the finish line. Right to the finish line, not before, after it. And they're going for an early dive too. Right from the top row.
There, Forever already so deep to the front line. They have no space to regroup and find any good positioning. They're already stuck in this choke point. So hard to break through into this comp. You have Phoenix raining down fire. Punisher and Groot already putting up so much damage here. It seems that PCS Zhiyong has been not able to break through just yet. They are gonna be able to regroup at least, but this choke point is so hard for it as a defending team to try and get through.
Plus, Insomnia has an ult per class. Strategist, Duelist, and Vanguard all locked for Punisher, Noctis, Loki, and Nakamoto. So imagine the damage output is you're gonna get stunned. Do not get bunched up because you're all gonna get picked, else get popped. Just during execution, they're working numbers. That's 2 for Marquis, and Magneto in the back line cleaning up the job. Insomnia is falling one by one. Zhiyong is too strong. And we still have the Cloaking Dagger ult in the back line. Should everybody pick off an early engage right into this choke point that they've held off well. So close to the finish line yet again. They got time to work with, about approximately 2 minutes and 30 seconds. About 2 good holds or 1 big one for Zhiyong to distract them. That Insomnia has to work with. Let's see if they can make it happen because this fight is stuck here. Just when Forever got them a great break, they're just locked in one place all over again.
God, had they unit ult ready to go here, so Insomnia aren't able to push it up a little bit more. They have some more ultimates on deck, but these get down admirable. The ultimates to Insomnia's one. So I am a bit worried about how this fight is going to work out for them. Squirrel ult now ready to go. They do have the Squirrel Stampede now for Zhiyong. Now they don't seem too reading use it. That Squirrel is just laying down fire, and they already got a support kill. Loki is not getting to play, and they are forced to back off. They are down to support and down to DPS. I didn't notice that Damon also got taken down there as soon as we got that Punisher. Now that they have the hit scan, it's so much harder for the Johnny to really do what he does best and be a nuisance for the enemy team, since Punisher could shoot him like Duck Hunt.
EQ, and this ain't Smash Bros either. But the only duo that I'm giving the numbers out to is Simcrass and Goat Milk. It's like Duelists and Vanguards work so well together, especially at that connection. It's like me and Boom doing the numbers. Look at Johnny from the top again. It's that same scenario, that same wall that every player wants to hug. And the Tornadoes haven't gotten anybody invisible win on the back. Making sure that nobody gets picked off. Forever, just trying to defend his team as well as he can. Just trying to get this break. Zhiyong, oh no, Mark actually fell. Insomnia is fully alive, the whole team. Nobody is at low health. The heals are there. This hold is actually really difficult, and nobody's got an ult yet except for Loki. I don't know who he's going to steal there. I was going to give the numbers up to Doreen with the symbiote back there, but Simcrass immediately switched to Iron Man. So you need to rush, bro. They're so close to the finish line, and Insomnia is going to win. How do we clutch this? Mark from the back with Punisher. Just during execution, it never fails. They got it.
Absolutely massive, absolute judgment. Insomnia falling apart because they aren't able to get on the point. The Groot is taken down. That is such a long timer. I don't know if that Strange will have a portal ready to go. It's 20 seconds to get back to this point, so they have to get there now. They may do they have a portal on deck? I don't think they do. They have 10 seconds left to go. Nobody's anywhere near this point. Okay, they do have a portal. They are placing it down. All right, got one more fight left to go. Dr. Strange already places the portal, and everybody is piling onto the point. One more push, and one more fight win can keep this game going. But it seems that for now,
I'm ready to put on a show.
Ultimate, now in this fight, big ultimate here coming down. Everybody's pressing every button they have. It's do or die right now. The Iron Man, they have managed to take this fight away, and it seems that they will actually take down Insomnia even after that rough first game.
Final score
There's your map, boys. Zhiyong like that, but jeez, to even it out like this, just narrowly. Nah, I could not imagine. Zhiyong was the ones who were getting battered. Zhiyongs were the ones who were getting eviscerated earlier. Zhiyong were the ones who were trying to find a way onto the point or even hold it off strong enough. Well, like I told you earlier, if they're ironically picking the name Insomnia, that means they do not sleep at the wheel, and they did not. But they're the ones who fall in this map. Zhiyong take map 1 on Wakanda, just barely by the skin of their teeth. They managed to walk away with this one. How do they walk away with the next one? Only time will tell. Because honestly, I did not expect for Zhiyong to suffer that much, or just minutely manage to run away with that map.
I mean, this is looking to be a really close series, I imagine. These two teams seem super close to each other in terms of skill. I mean, we saw both of those games, like, even when it looked like PCS was getting like kind of rolled in some of the earlier fights, they managed to turn it around in a very, very decisive manner. And I think that does have to do with some of their compositional adaptations. Because once they noticed the Johnny being such a massive nuisance, round 2, they switched to the Punisher, and so much value off of the Absolute Judgment, the hit scan value. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very interested to see if these teams can actually like adapt to each other, because I don't know if you kind of need to stay on that Johnny one trick. Have to see though.
Yeah, that Johnny one trick was actually during numbers too, especially with the vortex and whatnot. Maybe not kills per se. When I mean numbers, I mean more of the damage side and not on the KD, because bro was getting bullied by their opposing Ultron. Ruthless was really living up to his name there, distracting people from the top, which was why I was worried if this Johnny Protect was really going to be the play, because the significance of this was hug walls and shoot people from the distance, just like with that early game Simcrass Iron Man flyers just do so well on a Wakanda map. Not really on the side of any other game mode, but here in Convergence, this is where they just shine. So if you're 1v1ing with the other flyer, now you're chilling. And for Insomniac to just almost have it, but didn't fall short, they still got time to make it work. We're just going to take it to a quick break real quick. Let everybody recuperate here at the Rivals Ascension League EMEA. Don't go anywhere.
We'll see you soon.
we're back. Rivals Ascension League, EMEA, Insomnia versus PCS Zhiyong is the current match you're watching. The score is 1-0, with Zhiyong leading the charge, barely, but doing their thing regardless. Maybe domination will be a lot better of a map for them to show off what they're made of. What do you think, Narwhal? Do you think they're gonna dominate this time?
I think it's all gonna be down to how they want to adapt in the last game. I mean, going down a game feels kind of bad. It's still early though, and I think anything can really happen. We've only seen one comp from these teams, so I am very interested to see if PCS Zhiyong, they're on the similar comps they were on last game. They were on a lot of these like triple support lineups. Well, you see a Panther over. I don't know if that's bait or not, but I am very intrigued to see. We are on Hell's Head.
Maybe just hovering on the character select.
It's true. It's just hovers. There was a lot of pressure getting put on Insomnia's tank last game around, which does make sense. We saw a lot of really good plays from Forever, so I'm interested to see if that's gonna be the same for PCS Zhiyong. Just deny the enemy tanks any room to play the game.
Now, Forever, that guy, that's a tank. That's a vanguard. In every sense of the word, he was making plays for the team. He was the one diving first for everybody, making fights with entire teams, and everybody was confident enough to catch up with them and say, if Forever's going, then I am too. Bro has the makings of an IGL just on his gameplay alone. Leading everybody on the side of his team to absolute victory is the name of the game. The bans are looking pretty simple, similar to what we had last time, but more inverse because they are switched. No tanks, no vanguards, no Emma, because they wanted to protect her for this map because they want people to be yeeted in certain places, so that's going to be rough. And holding on to Luna is actually clutch as well. It's more of that same Vanguard evisceration type beat. That's where we are in Season 3. We don't want them to have their shine because they are tanky these days. So I expect maybe more Loki shenanigans, but he doesn't have motion the way the other strategists do. So to be safe, Luna in the back line, more Groot nonsense so people can't dive onto the point, and we should be honey golden. Because so far, Psylocke is gonna be pulled out for Nocta. I respect it. Make sure everybody gets killed when they touch the point.
And notably, Damon's Johnny's Human Torch banned away here. We did see this guy on the Human Torch last game, and he was a bit of a menace. So I'm not that surprised to see that being taken away this time. This is both teams actually taking it away. We do see a Jean Grey coming out here, so we are going to see few team ups. I'm interested to see how we've been seeing her kind of on and off within these first few games, but overall comp's looking relatively standard. Couple up-all picks here and there. And we are seeing a lot more Scarlet these days. I am kind of a fan.
30 seconds before you attack.
Scarlet has never left the meta, let's be honest. Season 1, 2, and 3, everybody loves it because it's free damage, free hit scan, free elo for you. And it's also a skill issue. But that's neither here nor there. I can respect the vision coming out, but then immediately she disappears. Dodge bullet. But either side I'm noticing is the shark. Now that's scary. If they want to make plays with the shark, nah. Now they're still switching around, getting a feel of the scenario. Why is Logan on my screen? I thought it was going to be the X-Women, but instead we go for Wolvie Emma as we transition right onto the map. Early portals, of course, because we want first dibs. But who is going to get the first touch? Unless you want to flank them, you freaking genius
That is a diabolical portal placement. Surprise everybody. Insomnia is right behind you. There's a Wolverine special delivery right in the back line. Everybody's just dying already. PCS Zhiyong gets wiped immediately from the backline portal play. Oh my goodness, that was genius from Insomnia.
In the words of another mutant by the name of Quicksilver, you didn't see that coming? Of course you didn't. Zhiyong yet again with the last map, but then the story, just like with the last map, was they did get clobbered constantly, even though they are the boomers. They did qualify in top 32 of Marvel Rivals Championship Saga, but then the past does not overshadow the future because we got an Ignite team showing all the new plays that these guys have caught up on. Shout out Demon, he really does live up to his name. He was doing numbers with the Johnny and he's doing stuff with the Loaf. And I love Nocta on the healer too, just switching from a duelist to a strategist. Same thing happens and Gold Milk is not having a good time, but Insomnia certainly is. They are just having a field day and getting people away from the corners, getting the people away from the wings, getting people back to spawn. rethink your strategy. This one ain't working.
This is so hard for the Hulk and the Magneto to walk up against the Wolverine. And normally, a lot of tanks I'll see switch on to Emma when there's a Wolverine on the team. But Emma's been out for Zhiyong, so they don't even get the next Wolverine set. We have a little topping at Cloak Dagger, so we are going to see another one of those Cloak Dagger trails. That's a very deep Cloak Dagger. He just wants to stick a fight. Use that for now.
I love it.
Every portal stay committed here.
It would be genius for Sky to do an us against the world in that scenario to make sure that nobody can run through the corridors. Goodbye, Maggie, you tried. I thought Maggie was the one who's going to make things difficult for the team, have a great shield to make sure people can jump off. But let's be honest, I think Hulk does the best on this Hydra map because jumping in between corridors and making sure to run away from a fight, should he not have enough armor to soak up damage for his team and be a nuisance for the ops, it's great for him. He does go right back to Mag, which I'm not sure about. He was doing reasonably well with Hulk, but I don't think they're going to get a chance to show that off because we're going to have a final fight. Everybody's just trying to get on the point to have this done and dusted, but Insomnia is the one so close to the 100% mark. Still having field day, but like I said, with domination, it's just seeing that 100% slowly pick off unless you wipe them off all over again, and Insomnia is going to put that curse to bed. They take the first round. One more to go.
To Frozen Airfield now, and I'm not gonna lie, this Wolverine is putting in so much work. I mean, we saw the KDA in that little between fights there, but I am really PCS Zhiyong. I think they gotta find some way to really break in. We do see back to that triple support comp we've been seeing occasionally, and that's a lot of flyers. I think they might switch up the wall when they see this. That's a lot of flyers. Storm Iron Man Ultron.
Too many flyers, like here. I respect it. It's a toxic flyer meta that everybody did not want to deal with. Iron Man and Storm in the early days, more like season 1, were like, nah, do not put them together. That's like peanut butter and bananas in a sandwich. That's not really going to work. But season 3 is more like peanut butter and jelly because they're, I feel like, a lot floatier, a lot faster. Really strange portal, as expected. And with the fights in close quarters that we have on this round of the map, nah, bro. It's not really going to be fun. I'm not going to have any corners to run away from. Just checking if you know from last time. Do you remember?
Let's see. They are instantly wiped this time, but they are getting some. Nope. They're getting wiped again. There's a saying about the same trick working twice. Well, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. We kind of saw how that one went. Seems that Insomnia already in firm control of this first point.
Don't think we're gonna see a fool me 3 times and forgetting a peace sign in Zhiyong's future. They went to the top rope, up the stairs so that they can try again and get an early hold forever on Emma is crazy. I'm actually kind of scared to see how we're gonna get people close enough. It's like having a Strange who actually draws people to a certain point before killing them off one by one and the whole team wipe happens. Superior Iron Man from the top rope, making sure people do not go through the bottom so that they can touch the game, which may not happen. From Cloak and Dagger. Everything's simple. Stun is big. Emma, I know you did stuff.
A lot of
that was strange.
The Iron Man is doing a lot of work here. Look at Cloak and Dagger also putting so much healing and keeping Zhiyong in this fight. Away. We have again coming out here. Kraken Impact. Get any resets here. Looks like they're really choosing whoever. 3 kills already to Insomnia. They're looking to wipe them out. PCS Zhiyong, they had a fight. The fight was looking good for them, but they just get wiped off the face of the earth in the tail end of that fight. Massive turnaround for Insomnia.
Nocta having fun playing a bit of duelist in between and getting the flyers away from his brain. Really good team play out of Insomnia and making sure that Zhiyong has to, for the 3rd and final time, go back to the drawing board because they've not touched point in the entirety of this map. Hydra is not their game. Hydra is not their map, and Hydra may not be the set where they lose this entire game. Bro, look, they're still trying to do the same strat, high-low, and Insomnia has the read early. Logan with the picks again. 2 down, 4 to go. Make that 3-3. Everybody's falling like flies one by one. Stunned off of Reed Richards, and it's done. It's over just before I could hype up this next team fight. There is no next team fight. Insomnia put the whole match to bed. They win 2-0.
That was absolutely dominant by Insomnia there. I mean, both games, they pull off the TP flank, they just immediately hop in behind them and just wipe them off, and that momentum just carries on into every single fight. We are now 1-1 in this first game.
Oh, my fault.
Is
I
exciting.
forgot they took the first game narrowly.
It was very narrow this time. Not so much. Insomnia, looking to try and bring this back. They are now tied up here in this next game. But my gosh, that Wolverine was absolutely disgusting. 19-0, didn't die a single time. I don't know how PCS tanks were allowed to play the game. They just weren't. They just did not get to play. I am very
Really ruthless.
see how this next game goes.
Yes, excitement all around. Bro was looking like team captain on that Logan, and I loved it too. In every flank, in every situation, it was just a close fight that the opposition did not know how to deal with, and it was over before it even began. Very strong out of Insomnia, not so much out of Zhiyong, but they still got time to work with. Score is still 1-1 on either side, and we still got a final map to go to see who walks away with this. Will it be another narrow Zhiyong victory, or will it be Insomnia showing why they really love up to their dominant sleeping name? We can only find out in due time, because it should be Convoy up next. It's just all about escorting a payload, bro. How can you mess that up?
It's a good point. I'm interested to see. I mean, there's gonna be lots of those cheeky teleport flanks. You can't really pull those off outside of the domination maps. So I imagine probably gonna be a little more stock standard games. Well, these games haven't been stock standard at all. What am I saying? I am very interested to see the continued adaptations. And if I've been seeing so many switches from both teams. I admit those last switches are probably that last game or maybe more desperation, but I am very curious to see how they end up. And we're already hopping into this third game, and we'll have to see how the bands shape up this time around. I mean, we do see Torch is getting taken away. That makes so much sense, honestly.
Insomnia loves that guy, bro. They love Johnny, probably the favorite character in the First Steps movie as well. What time is it, Ben? So of course they want the Flyers to just do numbers from the top rope, flying eyes in the sky and shooting fireballs like it's Clash of Clans. But that may happen. They're gonna protect him if the script is how they normally play these off. No, we're protecting Emma. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Because they did the exact same thing on their side. You gotta make this one count. And they do go for Emma. They want everybody wrapped around her finger in one point so that they get picked off altogether. Because, you know, these stun type of ultimates are really good. Whether you pick Strange or Emma, it's just a recipe for victory. So, pretty safe from either side. Banner falls in the ban side again, so I think either Cap or Loki in the future should be going as well. If it were me, Luna should go as well.
Seems Insomnia already did take away the Luna, so it does make sense. Cap looking like it's going to be the ban next up. We have, I think his character has been banned basically every game. Does make sense. A lot of tank picks tend to take priority in the ban phase, but double Emma mirror is basically guaranteed. We'll have to see what's around him. A Luna getting protected here by Insomnia. It's a really big pick that they're getting.
And really critical for every team fight. Sustainability will be the name of the game there.
Doctor Strange getting taken out. That is that's 4 tanks banned away from PCS. It seems that Insomnia is probably for the best that they had to protect that Emma Frost, because most of the other tanks are out of the picture now. Back is getting protected here as pretty much guaranteed support. One less ban to go from Insomnia. We'll have to see who they are thinking to get rid of. I would imagine another Flyer, maybe
another tank.
Could be another tank. Yeah, it looks like banners.
He was already gone. Sure. I get it. Zhiyong's vision is get rid of all vanguards because they understand that Insomnia does a lot better with those guys than they do. And having like a 3-tank meta is weird in this day and age, but we don't do that around here. Venom swingy, as long as you have a good enough spider. Maybe a spider team up in the foreseeable future would be crazy, but you don't want a Spider-Man unless you're Necros, unless you're really cool like that with the Spidey. That's more of like a one-trick character, kind of like Johnny with Demon. Match made in hell, for sure. But the first attacking side would be Zhiyong. What you got on, Emma? Switch to somebody else. You got nothing decent on, bro. It's the middle of the night and you're walking to the beach? Sure, why not? Map 3, final one between these two, Insomnia versus Zhiyong. And the ones who start is Zhiyong on the attacking and Insomnia are the ones defending off rip. No shields for the side of Insomnia, but the team fight ability is a lot more on their side than it is on PCS.
I mean, they do have the Emma Frost shield, but I don't know if that's not really as much of a shield tank as Magneto or Stranger. I mean, both of them band their way.
Yeah.
Kind of the best you've got at the moment. But it seems PCS Zhiyong much more of a much brawlier comp here. With the triple support once again, Mantis Cloak and Dagger at him with that Warlock.
Yeah, they're keeping Halo.
Fantastic. It seems Damon once again on that Human Torch. We saw a bunch of what he makes game 1. It's a Hela that just gets immediately 1v1 by the Human Torch. Doesn't even get a chance to try and snipe them down. Forever, gonna pull down this front line. PCS Zhiyong not quite for their way out of spawn just yet. That's shot down. And it seems that Forever is already on a rampage in this front line.
Yeah, Forever giving $2 on everybody's face so before they even get on their point, eh? Zhiyong, yet again, just like with every map we've had so far, including the one they lost and the one they just won, they always eviscerate Zhiyong before they get the chance to get started or get something hard. They force him crash right back onto Iron Man. It's like, nah, Halo's not the vision, because Halo, you gotta understand, just like Jean Grey Phoenix, is more of a snowballing character who gets damaged further into the team fight than earlier. Oh, goodbye, Johnny. Mark with the Ultron, just like he did in map 1. Goodbye. He did his job, so Forever got picked off. And Forever picked him off. Such a strong tank. Look at him leading the charge right in the middle of the team fight. Who doesn't know the meaning of a rod? Kick, go away from me. The solo shields from both Venom and Emma is doing numbers, and the Luna Snow, all that I was worried about before. The new Jays is popping off. Switch to damage. Make sure everybody gets them right back to spawn. This is where you live now, bro. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. You got 2 good rolls to make, and so far you haven't even gotten a good push with the Spider-Man.
Oh! Everybody's pressing ults now. That Johnny Torch ult already putting up so much damage into the back line here. They have to scatter here. Ruthless on that Magneto. Already picking up one. Damon does figure out 2 for 2. It is a leading fight for Zhiyong finally, but there are still a tank left in the front line here. It seems Ruthless does manage to take out that last point, and it seems that PCS Zhiyong finally find a push over halfway into this first stretch.
Zhiyong still got 3 ults too, so that's good, especially with the maximum pulse. Should another Emerald, a Luna Snow ult. Just when Cat just popped earlier, Cat got another Luna ult just for the last minute team fight they're gonna get. Should they manage to get their Spider-Man so close to that first team, which may not happen. Watch out! That's a great pick on Loki. 2 for Sky, and everybody falls all the same. Zhiyong, just when they start to get hot, they're sent right back to spawn. And I was about to hype them up as well. They got great ults to actually pick people off, but like I said earlier, that's when the ults come out from Insomnia. But how do you force that?
Goodness, and that was such a disgusting flank from Naka. Managing to find just the perfect angle to pop the butterfly dance and going in there, but Rich actually died. Just got picked off by Ruthless. Healer. Insomnia already down a healer. That's not good at all. Committing a bunch of ultimates here, but half the team's already dead. Brother is way back in spawn here. Team Damon able to keep this fight going. That Lucas ult does buy them enough time, but it seems that the rest of Ruthless gets it picked off was a little bit too far here. See how this next fight goes, but that's a lot of ultimates getting committed to a bit of a messy fight.
Under 30 seconds on the clock, Zhiyong has one more shot to get a last minute push with that little bit that they got to go. But normally, the Spider-Valve got to be up the stairs, and they haven't even cleared that choke point yet. But bro's looking to make a play, passing from the top rope, not making something happen. Demon is absolute, gets healed. Clutch, shout out Sky is watching his back. Nocta should be looking for another flank because the butterfly dance is so close to charging fully. And my control is nowhere close. But we got a Loki ult to do a counter ult. Maybe steal Luna's and make sure everybody sticks around in the fight. Monkey falls, KO. Another Ruthless is gone. Zhiyong is dropping like flies all over again. Once their best player goes, everybody will follow suit. It's all up to Emma, but you know that this ain't gonna work. A strange portal this late? Nah, you might as well call game on that one. Insomnia, don't bully them like that.
Goodness gracious, Insomnia take the first point in decisive fashion. Now we switch sides here. We'll see if they can make a repeat performance. They had a bunch of momentum coming in from the second game. If there's any comp switch ups, it seems Insomnia just willing to run it back. Well, actually the Jeff is new, but they are just gonna run it back with the same comp. And I'm not gonna lie, the pressure's on PCS Zhiyong. It's do or die now. You have to make a repeat of game number 1 here, where you hold that point right in that spawn point. This is a much taller task than that first game. So we'll have to see how they want to do it. Seems that it's gonna be another.
Further on that truth, I don't believe Cat's gonna pick this here. Jeff, I know you got the symbiote buff off the team up, but come on now. You know you did better with the Luna if it ain't broke. But I do love the KDs out of everybody on the side of the team. Insomnia, again, having a good time in this, even though they lost the last map, but that was enough for them to regain here on the Spider Convoy. It's rough. The triple support comp is going to be... Well, I don't think Ultron and Mantis do numbers like that, but then again, Ultron could fly. So, Ultron can work with anybody. So Zhiyong, how do we regroup and how do we defend and push Insomnia away from this point? Because, oh, is that Ben on the side of the team? They want to box with them again.
Got the Ben and the Wolverines. They are going in this time around. Demon is getting a bit chunked out, but he's already in it. He's got to pop fast, which is kind of sick. Seems that first fight already. It seems that the Iron Man from Zhiyong is already down. Insomnia ready pushing forward. That Venom is diving right in. Zero fear here. We got to get behind it. They are smelling blood in the water. Insomnia taking out more and more people. Everybody's just dead again. The only one left alive is that Iron Man that got picked in the first bit of the fight. Insomnia just take one lead and then they just snowball it to just ran right through the rest of PCS Zhiyong. Insomnia are already pushing forward. I mean, it's not looking good. It is not looking good for Zhiyong. You either have to find a way through this choke point right now. You have to get in through Johnny, pushing down fire from above. Everybody's just trying to get through the choke point. They are able to at least get somebody onto this point. Emma Frost is there, trying to contest the point for a little bit longer, but they're already onto this point here. They have to contest here and now, but if you get Bucky onto the point here, that's another pick over to the Venom. Trying to hold this down, but Cassie has not died just yet. It's so tanky and already has the Venom ready to go. Everybody's just going down. That will be Insomnia taking this game in dominant fashion and finishing up this series with a clean 2-1. I mean, it was just a super close game. Seems that, well, it started off really, it did start off pretty close, I'd say. But once Insomnia did get the momentum, they just ran away with it. And it seems that Insomnia will take this victory in this game number 1. Very well done by Insomnia. I mean, just look at those KDAs. Demon putting in so much work on this Human Torch. It's super high damage, but I mean, if I gotta pick somebody in this series forever, so much value from this tank. Frontline, just putting in so much work. And it seems that just so much good stuff by Insomnia. I imagine this is going to be a team to watch. I mean, it was mentioned earlier, these guys did qualify for Ignite. They did a ton of work already. I imagine we're going to be in for some really strong performances from this team in the future. So EMEA, you're going to have to watch out for Insomnia because they are putting in the work in this first game. But now, it is not over yet. We are going to be cutting to break as we have another game up soon, so don't go anywhere.
suppression, the use of marijuana.
Come on.
Welcome back to the Rivals Ascension League EMEA. And just when my internet cut out, I realized Insomnia was so strong that of course they made it go boom. 2-1 victory over Zhiyong, and they advance in these prelims. We got another match for you up next, Groot FN versus Ex Oblivione for our next best of 3 series. I may not catch most of it, but I know that it's going to be just as mixy as the last one. But for me, Jig, and that Narwhal next to me, I'm pretty sure it might not be as dominant as Insomnia was showing off earlier.
We'll have to see. Ex Oblivion, they did win MRC, so they are a very big name coming into this invitational. So they are a team to watch out for. Groot FN, top 16, very strong team as well. So I'm interested to see. This feels like a much kind of Clash of the Titans kind of thing. 2 teams that are very, very strong coming into this tournament. I am very interested to see how they will perform coming into this game. And also if Groot's going to get banned, because I mean, it's in the name. Surely we see Groot if Groot FN are the ones playing.
The Groot ban. Yeah, I mean,
respect
I
that?
thought they would have done the same thing for Insomnia, but they worried about every other tank that wasn't Groot. I saw Steve was gone, Bruce was gone, so no Cap, no Hulk. At one point, no Emma. They dealt with every other one except the ones you normally want to protect, that being Strange Steven and Emma Frost. Of course, those ones are the ones you want on your team protecting you. But those Groot walls from Forever were clutch, and if Groot got ones that live up to their names on this team, then they got to show us something. They got to show us a lot stronger of a Groot. Actually, they're not really a team that they can call themselves Groot FN if they don't pick Groot in every single map, no matter what the comp calls for. I'm just saying. Just pick Groot, bro.
I mean, hey,
I am Groot.
You guys picked the name. You guys gotta commit. We'll have to see. They don't actually have to. That's just a funny opinion of the funny little caster. But I am very interested to see kind of how this first game goes. We don't quite know the map yet. Again, random map. So I'm interested to see kind of how these 2 teams interact with each other. I mean, I imagine there's a little bit of pressure on Groot FM since they know for a fact that Ex Oblivion, they were the winners of MRC. This is a very, very scary team, I think, to be matching into this early on. So I'm very intrigued on how this matchup is going to roll around. And any characters you think that might pop up?
Groot.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm still gonna say Groot, still trolling, but what can you expect from a team with that name? I also want to see more Emma Frost because I feel like her sustainability in team fights is so critical at certain points, and of course, more Vanguards are gonna come out. Doctor Strange, that's free. Of course, that's free. I'm just gonna go for every safe pick. That Luna gets protected at one point, Loki if they're crazy at another, but normally you want the best Vanguards and strategists in the pocket. The tier for the ones characters you should pick are Vanguard strategists and at the bottom duelists. Unless you know that they have a aimbot on their other side, then you ban a duelist first. But no, honestly, Strange, off rip, you want that one first. And maybe Luna, because that's big. But we shall see. Groot FN, strong team in their own right, even though this is more of a them being an underdog team and Oblivion being a championship level team. They shouldn't be scared at all, especially if they stay on their P's and Q's throughout the map. They should have a good time trying to break them open and send out a winning team out this early. Well, not send them, but beat them this early, and then further in the tournament beat them again. That would be really telling because it would actually leave a very strong mental stain on Oblivion's brain that I don't think they're going to ever shake off.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing about upsets is that even if you're a team coming into this tournament as like the favorite to win or as like just the biggest, scariest team around, taking an upset can do a ton of damage in terms of that. So I'm very interested to see if Groot FN are looking to rise to the challenge. And I mean, of course, they're looking to win. But if you can actually take a win off of Ex Oblivion, I imagine that everybody else is going to be watching you. So I am very interested. It's going to be a very fun match at the bare minimum, even if this is a little bit of a David versus Goliath kind of matchup to me. I mean, MRC.
Truly, and we already know how that story went down too. Yeah, MRC, there are a lot of MRC veterans in bracket. The only one who just dominated was the Ignite team and Insomnia, but everybody else has been a seasoned veteran that we've gotten in this EMEA preliminary stage here in day 2. Nobody is new to the franchise, nobody is new to this game, and nobody is new to this league, from what it seems, because it's ain't anybody's first rodeo, and I love that too. It shows that they're actually hungry for the grind and hungry to be the champions of this season's league. This is the Kickstarter, it is EMEA, and these are the strongest Europe, Middle East, and Africa have to offer. Honestly, I'd say I want to see an upset like this because the Dominants just left a sour taste in my mouth seeing Insomnia do how they did Zhiyong earlier, giving them a game basically just to reverse 2-0 them, basically. Honestly, let's just make this a fight. Groot FN, pick Groot. That's all I'm gonna say. Whatever this conversion map has to offer in the future, I'd say it should be not as mixy. I just want to see them box more, honestly. I hate seeing early team wipes as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of early team wipes in the last game, especially this absolutely nasty. We saw some absolutely insane portal flanks coming in, so we'll have to see if Strange gets through again. He's been, I would say, probably one of the best tanks in the game. I would personally rank Emma. I think it's the strongest tank currently, maybe, or her or Mag. Magneto also seems to be performing very well in pretty much every game we've seen so far today. I'm very interested. Well, I mean, the Wolverine was kind of tearing the Mag apart the one game we saw.
Yeah.
That was with Emma banned, though. I feel like if Emma was in that game, that Wolverine would have had a lot more trouble. We'll have to see, though. We are about to hop into game. But this should be an interesting matchup. I wonder how this one's going to roll around. I mean, let's see what these teams want to play. I mean, we saw some triple support last game. We'll have to see if that pops up again, but I think 2-2-2 is probably going to be standard.
Plus, Mag was fluctuating in every game that he was picked in. It was normally whenever he got picks for the team and shielded people in point capturing situations or point defending if they were defending, we only saw Mag shine, well, more like dim, whenever he got killed. We're like, Mag, what are you doing? No, he was doing his best. The thing is, he just fell at a very poor time, and the rest of the team just fell one by one, because if they don't got their Vanguard protecting them, what do they expect? So maybe this is the game where he truly shines if they pick him, but honestly, Team Groot, just pick Groot FM hovering over it. I know that's not just a hover. I know that's definitely a pick. Groot FN versus Ex Oblivione. Map #1 on Central Park. Very spooky, very mixy. I might not catch most of this, but You know what, Narwhal? Run them through the picks and bans while I fix stuff.
You got a bus. So looks like first ban gonna be Wolverine. That makes sense. I mean, you're hovering the Groot. I would say Wolverine definitely the hardest counter to Groot in the game. I'm saying that as a Wolverine player primarily. Groot is absolute free flow for any Wolverine player, but it does seem Human Torch getting both banned away and protected by Ex Oblivion. So they are really putting high priority on this Johnny. And it does make a lot of sense. Human Torch has been performing very well in basically every game we've seen. Magneto also taken away by Groot FN. Again, another strong pickman and also protecting it. So getting big priority onto those tanks early, protect them, keep them safe. When we got a Wolverine banned away, is going to be absolutely putting in numbers here. So we'll have to see what does Ex Oblivion want to get rid of here. Luna being taken away as well. Both teams now have another ban to go. Groot FN does have another protection slot here, so we'll have to see if they want to. Might be a ban Luna into protect Luna angle. That does seem like a pretty strong answer here. Does look like Cloak and Dagger getting taken away. So yeah, they're probably going to protect, or they're going to protect the Loki. It does kind of force Ex Oblivion into a potential Luna ban. Oh wait, they already banned Luna, so they cannot protect it. I don't know how I missed that one. But it is going to be the Loki protected by Groot FN. Does look they are pretty confidently going towards this kind of brawly composition with that Groot, with the Magneto. And this thing they're going to be going with the Bucky Punisher kind of DPS core. If the hovers are to be believed, Emma Frost getting both banned and protected by Ex Oblivion. We don't really know what kind of comp they are going to be looking for this time, but it looks like Invisible Woman will potentially be that last ban. Yep, we do see the bans and picks ready to go.
The right
And it
hero
does
can
seem
make all
this
the
comp,
difference.
they are going to be running with it. Do see Loki, we do see the Bucky, Magneto coming down here, as well as a Punisher to back it up. So a lot of raw damage coming in from the Groot FN comp. Just nice, sensible, nothing too crazy going on here. Meanwhile, Ex Oblivion, we don't really see most of their comp, but we do see the Human Torch, we do see the Cloak and Dagger, we see the Emma Frost. All pretty sensible picks, but we do not know what the other three backcourt is really going to look like here. The Groot FN onto the fence here are going to start getting set up with that Loki as we move into game number 1 of Groot FN versus Ex Oblivion. MRC champion in Ex Oblivion against Groot FN, a bit of an underdog coming into this game, so I imagine they're going to be feeling that pressure coming into this as we get all set up here. For now, Ex Oblivion, we do see the Strange locked in here. We'll have to see if that sticks, and it might actually be a group mirror potentially. I mean, kind of hard to tell when for attacking compositions, as they tend to do a lot of switching around. We do see an Iron Fist. I don't know if we're going to be hanging on to that. I actually might be staying around. Now that's going to be interesting. It looks like it's going to be the Phoenix to round out Ex Oblivion's composition here. Human Torch and Phoenix both so much raw damage as we look over this fight. Going through this. Here we go. Big little fight coming in here. Everybody in this choke point on this castle map is so hard to break through. This is why the group is so powerful on this map. We already see it with the Magneto taking out Ash from Ex Oblivion. Luna holding down this choke point with so much raw damage, being able to shoot right through that point. Use that for now. Living to regroup, wait on their tank. They do have to group here again, so they are going to potentially look to push forward once more. Defense, holding down this line. And now we're already pushing onto this point. Ultimate's getting spitted here. It seems that Johnny Torch, Human Torch already getting a bunch of kills from Ex Oblivion. Groot FN is just falling apart already. Robo TV is only one left alive. Rolo managing to walk away from that fight a lot with his life, but Groot FN getting torn apart. Once Ex Oblivion get that ultimate, everybody just once Etsu just commits the Cloak and Dagger ultimate, everybody just charges in behind and Groot FN are taken out before they can even charge an ultimate. So now, big win by Ex Oblivion. Groot FN is just gonna have to regroup and try once more to get control of the point to move onto the convoy portion of this map. See how this goes. Etsu is just building up ult charge. They do have a lot of ultimates now though before them. Any building up here, but now Texas does have actually good. We do have the Bucky ultimate getting committed here. Do you have any goes? Anything goes down here? No resets for Guardian. Unfortunately, on that human torch though, it looks like a good house is able to just zoom away with that flame dash for getting a kill with the Magneto. That ultimate so much damage to a Mega Meteor. That's a big kill by Intent, taking down Guardian on the side here. So far, a relatively even fight coming into this. Intent is putting in a lot of work on the Gene. Seems that 200 MG does manage to pick out that Human Torch once again. And kicking down here, mixing the flames up. Now we have a bunch of ultimates getting committed here. The mind control. Finally, quite, but it does at least force out both the final judgment and the invisible boundary. It does seem that the defense keep him away. The Phoenix ultimate getting popped here. Just no be able to drop down. Go in, but your powers are mine against the world. It's important right that is now sector using that stolen cloak and dagger ultimate, forcing out an invisible boundary as well. Groot FN trying to hold down the front unit, using the Delta support ultimate to hold down the turret for as long as they can. Once they're popping up that turret, they're trying to rain down some fire here, but that's actually not going to be able to stay here very strong here. Big fucking ult, but nobody's gone down just yet. Another support ult. Again! That cloak and dagger ultimate trying to keep alive. Everybody's on this point, brawling now. Such a big bloodbath, but who's gonna die? So far, nobody's gone down just yet. Johnny Tor's ultimate is going to finally take somebody down with tornadoes, and now it seems that Ex Oblivione once again are running away with the fight and taking this point away. Loki's trying to stall for a little bit more time, but 4:25 on the clock seems as all the time that Ex Oblivione has to get this point into the goal. I mean, look at how much absolute dominance by this Emma Frost here. Missouri is putting in so much work coming into the fight. Groot FN, at least they are on the signature pick, but they gotta find some way to slow down Ex Oblivione, because once they got moving, they have not been stopped after that first good pick. But they are able to knock an animal off a cliff with the Emma kick. And that is tragic for Groot FN. They are already down a tank and really halfway there. They have to find it, make it stand somewhere around here, I'd imagine, on this choke point. But there's a Phoenix on the flank, being such a nuisance for Groot FN. I'm gonna basically play a two front hook on that Groot. I already found it. Mind control, trying to off of the cliff. 200 MG pops the final judgment, taking out that Groot. Groot FN finally found a decent fight for themselves. Taking out one, they're likely going to find another, I'd imagine. Oh no, 200 MG. They caught, they let them out bubble. Stay alive from that Emma Frost. So many almost getting committed. Both invisible boundary and the dagger ultimate getting popped out here. Everybody's just brawling on this point, but nobody's going down just yet. There's another Kraken impact ready to go for Guardian. If he wants to pop it. Seems to now calming down just a little bit as Groot FN end that fight with a good amount of control over this choke point as Ex Oblivione looks to regroup and try again. A lot of ultimates getting ready to go. Groot FN only has the Kraken impact from the Bucky ready to go, but a lot more ultimates on deck for Ex Oblivione. You do have the Phoenix ultimate, you have the Johnny Torchstorm, you do have that Cloak and Dagger trail once again. Scaling going already, popping the flame on while Aaron's gonna out to go. Ultimate coming through. That's kind of a control that much Kraken impact. On the X team armor doesn't end up hitting anybody. That's a big striking the sights with the Magneto Meteor. Doesn't end up finding anybody. Forces out the Cloak and Dagger to use that fade. Finding a big flank, taking out Intent. That Phoenix is already going down. Already getting a ton of work on this Bucky. Constantly being a nuisance on the side here. Roll the TV, still alive. Everybody's just pushing forward, and again, Groot FN taking another fight. Ex Oblivione forces to try once more. And then that Phoenix taking down that flank so massive for this fight. For now, the top here. There's another invisible boundary just immediately brings it down. There's another final judgment. Everybody's just pressing all at the same time. I mean, at this point, we've got to brawl on this point. Everybody's pressing all their buttons, and my goodness, what an absolute mess of fight. Trinity back to the second point. With a big psionic seduction, but it's walled up by the Groot. We are able to grab somebody back in, only in that group. Seems that Ex Oblivione might be able to find a fight here. Forward onto the point. They are trying to push forward. Nobody's gone down just yet, but that's Groot falling them low, gets healed up and shielded up by the team. Staying alive there. Bobby Diamond form trying to kick him into the wall, but the Emma gets taken down. Tracking is that big, massive Groot ultimate there. Everybody just piles on top of them. The Root Prison putting in so much work here. It seems Groot FN on the back of that ultimate are going to take another fight back to back. 40 seconds on the clock. Ex Oblivione, they are running out of time and running out of options. They have a few more ultimates on deck ready to go. It is now or never for them.
30 seconds.
A couple of ultimates. See what they want to do here. Every ultimate for Ex Oblivione is available. Everything except the Emma Frost ultimate. They have to make a big push now. They have every tool available, but how are they going to use them? It seems your power is Groot FN, they caught on. They're pushing forward. They're just going to try and hold them onto that point. Their Loki ultimate ready to go. They do have access to two invisible boundaries. It's a little bit ridiculous. I don't know how you put it timer. Off the invisible boundary right on cue. Alligator. What is it? Trying to plant with his ends up getting caught out. Big angle prison. Everybody back here. They're on this point. They have to start getting ultimates now if they want to take this fight at all. So much final judgment. Double kill for 200 MG. They managed to hold this point down. Groot FN ready to hold the line. That is where they got to go now as we switch sides. So much good work done by that Punisher. We'll go to the next round, and I need to catch my breath.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Okay, so how are we doing here? We do see same comps somewhat. There's potential of some switch arounds by Ex Oblivione after that. After Groot FN held that line, and it looks like they're just sticking to their guns. They know what works. Teams are going for it. Basically the exact same comp again. That Loki has not been locked in yet, but I imagine this is probably what we're going to be looking at once again. If you switch around, you see Doctor Strange coming out for Ex Oblivione. Emma Frost was putting in a ton of work this game, so we'll have to see how much work it does. We are going to be taking a brief pause for a moment, but we'll be back in just a moment, so worry not.
30
We'll
seconds
be
before you
right
attack.
back.
Get ready.
The use of marijuana.
Alrighty, we are back for the next game of Ex Oblivione versus Groot FN. There's already a portal lock trying to hold them off of this point. It seems that for now, you got a bunch of yep, it's a portal. that is a yep, it's the good old everybody gets to chill in their spawn for a little bit. The strange portal. When there's only 2 entrances on the map, it's a pretty funny way to solve for time. It's not the classical set him off a cliff of a strange portal tech, but hey, it is pretty funny to watch. And now portal's open. It's 20 seconds of Groot FN's time wasted away by that Ash's portal. So here we go. Ex Oblivione looking onto this first point. Groot FN did have a pretty decent hold on this last time until Ex Oblivione be able to blow through. So we'll have to see if they can do the same thing if Ex Oblivione has a way to break through. He's already pushing forward a lot faster than Groot FN was in their first game. Ex Oblivione already pushing towards that point. two ultimates getting close to getting built up here. GFN, at this point, nobody's going down this yet. Healers are just keeping everybody pumped off here. Might be popping into that cloaking dagger, but will be committed as already ultimates getting popped here. That mimic hasn't popped the cloaking dagger ultimate just yet. Might be waiting to extend that timer. So, in the front line, here we go. Cloaking dagger kill, top here. In the back line, Alligator drops the final judgment and gets taken down there by 200 MG. 200 MG, super consistent on this Punisher, and seems that isn't taking kindly to Ex Oblivion stealing his trick just a bit. But now, seems that Ex Oblivion does miss by quite a bit of time. 2 minutes left on the clock. The Groot FN have a bunch of ultimates on deck. With full ultimates ready to go and the Groot ultimate on the way. They only have 6. They do have 4 of their own. This is going to be a big brawl with a lot of ultimates about to be committed. Look on this point already. Another trail. With that final judgment, they'll end up taking anybody down. Double kill over Sue. As they are already taking out 4. Guardian, the last one that's standing with that Kraken impact, but doesn't find the reset, and that will be Groot FN getting taken down. Ex Oblivion taking this point. 142 on the clock. Whoa, that is a massive Ai Bagamoto here. Jumping back on the board. Jumping back just a bit as we do get a bit of a replay on that fight here. Groot FN losing absolutely everybody in that fight. As 1 minute left on the clock. Actually able to point there. A little bit of a jumping around here, but we are back on track. I do believe. Ex Oblivion looking to try and hold down this point. Then in fact, they have to push forward onto this point now. Ash already pushing forward. They know that they are on the clock. Groot FN has to find a way back into this fight. Try and find a way in. They haven't been able to. They don't have a strange portal to try and maybe weasel their way onto the point. Intent on the side here doesn't have a butterfly dance. No ultimates for Groot FN. And Ex Oblivion has 2 of them. Working really hard for Groot FN to try and break their way through. Ex Oblivion maybe try and finish off this first game decisively. Has that meteor now? They're probably going to pop 6, 15 seconds on the box. Have to get on these points. Here now, final judgment from Alligator. Hold down this front line. How are you supposed to break in through this? It's so much damage coming down here, and paired with the healing, and trying to break their way onto the point here. They are able to pop it into overtime to Groot FN. 2 people left standing. They do have a strange portal potentially, but Guardian left alone on the point. Does pop the portal, just keep it in there next time. On the point, Ai Bakamoto though, immediately pops it to stop him in the track. Alligator popping into that judgment turret. The calling is here, and that is Groot FN getting taken down. Ex Oblivion are going to take map number 1 in this first game. Well done by Ex Oblivion. They are going to take control of it. We get a little bit of a replay here of that final fight. It seems that Ex Oblivion are able to hold down this point decisively. They are able to go on to the point for a moment longer, but Groot FN getting taken down in this first game. Go on to map number 2 here. Incredibly well done by Ex Oblivion. I mean, this is the MRC Championship team. I imagine that it's going to be they're a very scary team, and they are proving why in this first round. I mean, it was close at the start, but once they got rolling, Groot FN just got ran over by Ex Oblivion. So we will have to see how they go. It's actually taking the MVP. Makes sense to me. The healers are putting in work that game, but now we'll have to wait for game 2. We do get a final look at the scoreboard. Again, so much work getting done by 200 MG in both games. I'm very interested on this team's performance. Jig is still absent, admittedly. Unfortunately, he's internet issues. He'll be back when he can. But for now, you're stuck with my lovely face on the screen. But this has been a very interesting game. Very interesting game. I'm probably still going to give the edge to Ex Oblivion. I'm not quite sure. It might be a 2-0. We'll have to see coming into this next game. But I'm quite interested to see how it goes. I do wonder if we're going to be seeing any comp adaptations. Groot FN does seem to be very particularly attached to their kind of style of comp, the Groot Brawl kind of play style. Magneto Groot, pair with a bunch of strong DPS in the backline and good healers to keep everybody topped off. So I imagine we're probably gonna be seeing more of that. Ex Oblivione kind of favoring a bit more of an adaptable style. They seem to be much more willing to swap around when it comes to it. So we'll have to see how they want to do that. I wonder. We'll have to see how this next game goes, since we have seen a lot of good work being done by Oblivion, and we'll have to see if Groot FM can turn things around potentially. There is that last game we did see a lot of good work though from Groot FN, especially 200 MG. He's a player I'm going to be watching in the next game, but the game is starting shortly, so you won't be stuck with me just talking alone without all you have to do being able to look at my lovely face for the next little bit. But we are going into game number 2. Ex Oblivione are on match point for anybody joining us. This is the EMEA Rivals Ascension Tournament, short for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. These are the best teams these regions have to offer, all playing against each other in this invitational. We have Ex Oblivione versus Groot FN, two very strong teams coming into this game. Ex Oblivione, the MRC champions, with Groot FN being a top 16 place team. So I am very excited to see how this goes. We do have a lot of strong teams coming into this game. Here we go on to game number 2. We see a lot of hovers. Admittedly, I would not listen to any of these hovers. Some of them are reasonable. Some of them are Jeff and the Panther, which are absolutely bait. So we'll have to see how we want to do this. We do have the double torch ban from both teams. Nobody wants to play against that character. Honestly, I can't blame them. He's annoying to play against, at the minimum. If I'm allowed to let my bias show through just a little bit as a melee player. But we do have Luna protected away by Ex Oblivione, so they are guaranteed to get that really strong healer in that back line. Luna Snow, such a absolutely fantastic healer coming into this game. Emma Frost taken away by Groot FN. Makes sense. Zuri was doing a ton of work on the Emma Frost in that first game. We'll have to see. Luna Snow getting protected as well by Groot FN, since both teams are going to be running that Luna backline. Makes sense. Very strong right now. Phoenix getting banned away this time. Seems that Ex Oblivione don't really want to deal with Groot FN on that. Now both teams have a ban ready to go. I'll just see what they are thinking here. There's a possibility of a double ban with this format. We haven't actually seen any yet today. It's like it may be a Psylocke getting taken away, and it seems that Groot FN will answer by banning Phoenix themselves. She's been pretty strong ever since her release. She's been popping up here and there as like a essentially decent DPS to pop in and out. But it seems for now, they are just going to ban it away. Magneto looking to be the protected pick here for Groot FN. Makes sense, Mag has been a pretty reliable tank, but it might actually be the Loki instead. Again, also, yeah, it looks like it will be the Loki. Very strong healer in the backline, just guaranteed. So it is pretty much confirmed it's going to be a Luna and Loki backline for Groot FN once again. Emma Frost banned away by Ex Oblivione, so no Emmas this game, no Johnny's this game, and no Phoenix's this game. Looks like it might also be the answer, the Loki Protect here by Ex Oblivione, since both teams kind of gentleman's agreement, looking like in the ban. Oh, might be the Psylocke Protect. No Protect, I guess. They did not pick fast enough. It happens. It seems for now. Love to see what Groot FN take away here. Looking like it might be the Magneto. Kind of choke out that tank pool just that little bit more as we prepare to go into this game. Both teams bringing their hero selection. That's Hawkeye insta-locked for Ex Oblivione. I imagine we're going to be seeing the Luna Snow team up with Hawkeye. There was a lot of hype at the beginning of the season about this team up. With it being able to just go through walls and snipe people from across the map. So I'm very intrigued to see if that's actually what we're getting. Cap actually gets through this time. He's been a character that's banned a lot recently. Looks like we are going to be seeing the Hulk Namor team here from Groot FN. We are going to get some of those Gamma Squids, which are really annoying. I'm not going to lie. With the Gamma Squids coming in here, we are on Hell's Heaven, I believe this map is. And welcome, and we are going to have to see how that goes. We are on the symbiote map. Clintar, that's the name of it. I don't know why the name of it was blanking on me, but we do see the team comms. The Esports team are that Spider-Man? Are they actually playing Spider-Man? That could be kind of sick. I'm interested to see. And it seems that my lovely friend Jig has returned to us. Hello, Jig. How you doing, my friend? Nope, no Spider-Man. I got baited. I got baited by the pre-match peppers. It seems everybody, Ex Oblivion, pushing forward onto this map. It seems that we are pushing forward here. Already a portal getting popped here. Let's see how this goes.
Who is behind you, my ally?
Pushing forward onto this map. Ex Oblivion slowly pushing forward here.
Capture now.
Seems that for now, Groot FN slowly taking this fight. They are losing members pretty quickly here. Pavor is going to get knocked into minis.
Capture the mission area.
And then we'll have to see what they want to do here. Guardian pushing forward here. Groot FN had taken a pretty decent fight here. Onto the point here. But BuzzBuzz Guardian trying to see if they can push forward onto this point. We'll have to see how they want to do this. They're already onto the point here, holding it down for a good while. On the sideline here. Forward. Snap. Ah, there you are. Welcome back, dude.
Took a minute, but we got the audio fixed. Like I was saying earlier, I'm feeling the picks and bans, and Spider-Man, nobody picks that, so of course they're not going to do that around here. But they're flanking real good. The mix is with Oblivion, and I can see that they obviously took the first match. Hopefully it wasn't as dominant as the last match. If you could fill me in on that, how did that one go?
It was relatively close. They did hold for a while, but the first match felt pretty good. Groot FN and close to Ex Oblivion until around the very end. As you know, hold them. It wasn't quite a full hold, but they were able to. We already have a fight breaking out here. I have Agamotto.
Oh no.
Ex Oblivion did kind of get to the momentum and start getting stomped in the second half of that match. So we're see that momentum ends up carrying over here. Groot FN having a big Luna ult. Everybody alive. Back coming out though as the Luna ult also gets Luna well, and that Namor is
Deep in the wings and Groot. Uh-oh. Oh, you still lose. Deep in the wings and Groot wants to pick a fight with a comp with Doctor Strange and Loki is crazy. Knowing that the heals are going to keep the sustainability on high and nobody's going to die anytime soon. Look at the box on either side. Trade it instantly and Magneto shuts that down. Oblivion was looking hot early on, but the point is still there. It's just as Groot is starting to slowly break on. Hulk is one monster, still locked in with it. Nobody's going to get tanked off, but the healer will follow. Luna not doing much. It's still Oblivion's point, but they haven't wiped anybody off. Just I say that, they're just being so annoying, Team Groot. Look at that. Back and forth. This is a Hulk 1v1, bro. It's like having a seizure between two gamma radiator monsters, and the next one is one who pops his head follow up. Groot is just being annoying, and no wonder. All they know is I am Groot, and they play like those very words.
Seems that Groot FN's trying to get this point back. He keeps looking at these fights so long. They're already on 99%. They aren't able to put this point now. It might actually be
Double.
a big double in for Animal. But they are actually able to take it away. So Groot FN are able to hold down this point and take control of it before Groot FN are able to. A big turnaround, but that is a very scary number to see for Ex Oblivion. If they ever get onto the point, wait, that is Spider-Man. There is a Spider-Man in this game. All right, they are. They are.
They decided to change their mind. Just to troll a little bit, they got their 99% so they can go for some random plays. Team Groot needs like 2 strong attacks on this point in order to make their way back in this, but the point is there, so it's great. They're trying to just do some weird stuff. Well, let that now. You tried, bro. You tried. It's time to switch off. You know, it's fun. You had your fun. Pick a real healer so that everybody can have a good time. Unless Betty on the other side with the butterfly doesn't get any picks. Nah, you tried your best on that one as well. Just as I say that Luna falls. So it did have some mileage. It was distraction until you could get the kills. Oblivion still holding as well as they can, but they're off of the point completely. Groot has the second one down. One more to go now that they're past the halfway point.
Triple kill for Intent, quadruple kill for Intent. Ex Oblivion taking the point, and once again, all they have to do is hold it down. The Luna ultimate's gonna buy a lot of time though. 6 and 10 on onto the Luna will take out Rolo. That Loki is holding down the point for a while now as the Strange Portal comes in to bring in reinforcements. I think everybody's piling into it.
You know what's even more annoying? With Loki, with the ult, Loki just pick Luna, and Luna could do Luna stuff and keep people healed in between all of these points and just make sure that nobody gets on it. You see, I'm pretty sure that was the attempt coming out from the other side. Luna's just trying to keep everybody alive. The point is still on the side of Oblivion. They did recap, and now Groot has to start all over again. Now it's been past halfway mark narrowly. It's 3v1. Hulk on the flank, wiping everybody away. Oblivion, Ash, crazy! And the pip has been finally reached on this final round that we just got started. Round 1, onto Celestial Vault. They're looking hot with it.
Indeed, seems that a lot of good work there by EX Oblivion. Groot FN were able to hold it for a little while longer, but EX Oblivion retake the point, massive quadra kill by Intent to secure that fight, and it seems that for now, Intent's gonna be the one to watch. I was shouting at 200 MG in the last game, but he hasn't really been able to keep up as much with Intent. Seems once again they're on the more both teams are on the more Hulk. Makes sense. It's been still very obnoxious even after all the nerfs.
This is obnoxious as it sounds as a tag team. You have Hulk engaging and Namor being the seeker, shooting everybody who tries to escape from him and being a tag team of the most catastrophic proportions. But I love the vision as well. It's just making people hurt. One can box and the other one can shoot, which means that it's going to be a very mixy hold on this second round. We back in this.
Oh boy.
No, we're doing the early
Here we
portal.
go
I'm pretty sure they should have a read on this. Missouri, please don't do him like that. Oh, it's a fight in the portal.
They're fighting in the portal here. Seems like Groot FN, they do catch onto it. Nobody can pick immediately off at least. But now Guardian takes it down by the Namor Squid. Big butterfly dance into the back line here. It's a double kill. Full Intent already. Already such a monster. Finds that Namor. Looking to make it a triple kill. Such big value by this Sidewalk. Putting in so much work here. Delivers them into the back line and just completely tears Groot FN to shreds now. As Ex Oblivion already has the points once again.
That was clearly what Intent wanted. That was Intent's intentions in the last round of having a critical butterfly dance once everybody bunched up, and the portal was that exact layup that Intent needed to dunk. Already the ult is at halfway because it was a big ult, so of course you're getting rewarded for it. Punk holds, doing a 1v1 and then loses his Oblivions. Groot side has everybody still alive and Oblivion is still holding on. At least when their Vanguard falls, they're not too worried about it, except when the next damage dealer goes. Bye-bye, look at the fight, it's still going mixy, or still going monster with it. Everybody's just pushing away. It's still even, can't really call it yet, even though Groot is having a good time trying to recapture. They have the man advantage, but they haven't recaptured yet because the numbers still going up for Oblivion. Stunned again. What can you do against them? It's like they're winning, but they're also losing at the same time. Get the break, Groot team.
It doesn't matter if you can get picks in the fight. It doesn't matter if you aren't able to secure the point. And EMEA Oblivion have been stalling for such a long time. Already on the point. Monster Hulk on this point. Animal gets stunned down, exiled away. Already setting up on the point. Groot FN finally might find a way to get on this point. They're still on the point. They aren't able to, have not been able to really on this point for a incomprehensible amount of time. 80%, 85% now. I feel like Groot has been winning this fight for so long, but they're not able to secure the point. They're falling. Now already in their butterfly dance, find a double kill on the back line. Oblivion, they find pulls down this point. Guardian gets taken down. 5 stock Strange here. Doing a big fight here.
Watch what happened. Oblivion were dropping like flies, one by one, in that very point hold. The whole time, Groot FN was getting perfect kills, perfect picks, but they just could not finish the job. The stall, like you said, was critical, which got them the game. Perseverance overall, never back down, never surrender. That map is gone in the way of the boys. And it's dressing off the Spider-Man, even though he was doing clutch numbers off of Psylocke. Sure, why not?
I mean, hey, fair enough. Gotta get that MVP. It seems EX Oblivion take this series 2-0. Again, strong performance from one of our best teams here at the EMEA Rivals Ascension League. I mean, this is probably one of the strongest teams, so I admit the result isn't too much of a surprise. Though I do admit Groot FN did put up a good fight. They did look
Championship team.
good coming into this, so I am very interested to see. I'm very interested to watch Groot FN in the future. They do seem like a very strong team, but it's really hard to contest Ex Oblivione. I mean, we saw it in that game. They're such a dominant team once they get rolling. So strong here.
Championship team, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Could you imagine them losing?
Scary.
I couldn't. We hope for an upset.
Yeah, unfortunately, no upsets.
Yeah, we
no
really
upsets
did.
today.
Honestly, it could have gone either way in that scenario. It's a lot better than what we saw in the last one.
This is true. We do have one more
Yeah.
game for y'all today.
It was fun. It was fun, I can't lie. But just realize that even though they still got time to make a redemption, because this is still prelims, nobody is really out of the runnings in this race yet. Let's just wait it out, see how Groot FN does in the future. And I just realized what Groot FN stands for is like comedic name that we cannot say on this stream, obviously. Groot FN. I'm not even gonna go into it, bro. Let's just forget about it. But otherwise, I think we might as well send it to a quick break before we proceed with our third and final match in our EMEA preliminaries. Rivals Ascension League will be back right after this short break.
See you soon.
The suppression. The use of marijuana.
Come on.
Zhiyong,
low.
Rivals Ascension, EMEA back on your screens. Let's do this. Let's get this final game out to pasture the final violent event. We got PCS Zhiyong back on your screens because they did kick off the match earlier. Didn't do too hot, but have a chance of redemption against Dawncore. A new team, championship level, but we have to see how they interact because it's a whole new fresh field for these two teams to interact and these two teams to do damage to each other. Jiggy, Narwhal, what you think is going to go down later?
I mean, we did see a really pretty decent performance from PCS Zhiyong in that first game, even if Insomnia did eventually take it pretty hard. But I do think we saw, especially in the first game, we saw a really big, really good showing from them in the first game. I imagine if they can get that energy from that first game, bring it into this next one, I imagine they might be able to give Dawncore some trouble. Dawncore probably the kind of the least about. They are a newer team, but I'm very excited to kind of see how this matchup rolls around. We did see PCS Zhiyong. They just seem to be very competent on these like triple support compositions, things like the Ultron, the Adam Warlock, Mantis popped up a lot on these teams. So I do expect to see something similar coming from them again.
They do love their tank bans as well. Can't forget about that. Whenever they want to avoid long team fights, they're going to ban the tank without fail. Normally not Doctor Strange and Emma, because if you're a Doctor Strange main, you love your right click, E, and melee in that order. Also if you're Emma, but not actually, okay? Because those are two of the strongest tanks that do damage who you need on your team. So obviously I feel like PCS is going to roll out with that tank comp, either Emma or Doctor Strange. I know I'm already jumping into picks and bans and they haven't started yet, but I can't help but theory craft what they're gonna pull out here. One thing they gotta look out for as well is we saw PCS on stream as well, and they did not do very well against Doctor Strange flanks. They need to stay on their toes with that as well, because remember those portals? Yeesh.
True. Back-to-back times, PCS got absolutely jumped by Insomnia's flanks with the portals. Got absolutely wiped, and in this game 2 or 3 where they got absolutely rolled because of that. Where once Insomnia established themselves, PCS Zhiyong kind of struggled to rally. So I do wonder how they're going to adapt to get that coming into this next game. I mean, I imagine they've had some time to do a mental reset. They're probably coming into this game a bit fresh. They do, even after that game.
It was the domination map that they really struggled, not gonna lie.
They did kind of struggle on domination, so we'll have to see how they do in this next map. Maybe if that theme continues, maybe domination's kind of a weak game mode for them, which is fair. It's pretty kind of different from the other 2 game modes and how you kind of have to play it. So but they did see like they had a very strong story, especially on the convoy and the hybrid maps. So I do wonder how it's going to go. I think Conquest, especially in the Wakanda first game, they did seem to have
escorting their payloads.
Sorry?
They love escorting their payloads. That's all I'm going to say.
That's true. They are really good at that. So I have to see how they want to do it. I mean, they also seem to be one of the main teams adopting Ultron, which I think he was mainly shown off in that first game. So I'm interested to see if they pull that out again. Actually, it seems like they was performing really well, especially into like all the flyers have been running around lately, Human Torch especially. So I do like seeing the Ultron come out. Do you have any thoughts, any characters you kind of want to see come out in this next game?
Johnny, of course. Big Ultron, son of Tony, the robot, is obviously seems like from what happened with the Insomniac side, they love using Ultron as a counterpick, a direct counterpick to Johnny without fail. If it was like Storm or anybody else, then they don't have the healing factor that Ultron has because he is a strategist, of course, so he will be clutch in those situations. So I am looking forward to seeing a lot more flyers in this matchup. I want to see Iron Man. That's just more of a comfort pick for either side, even though Insomnia were the ones who picked Iron Man constantly. It's not likely we'll see him because PCS doesn't really like picking flyers unless they absolutely have to as a hard counter. The picks and bans are going to have to be lore-wise an open book because we don't know how they're gonna go for Zhiyong. For Zhiyong, we do know because they love banning the tanks, but for Dawncore, that's certainly an open book. Off the Jeff though.
We do have the Human Torch immediately banned away, Magneto taken away by Zhiyong again. Theme of the tank bans coming in here. Looks like we are going to get we haven't seen this one a good bit where they first ban Human Torch and then pick it and then secure it again. And yeah, looks like it's just gonna be Zhiyong again, just doing the good old ban 5 tank strategy. Nope, we do get a Luna ban. Let's see if that ends up being a different ban from Zhiyong. Is going to secure the Luna Snow. Emma Frost getting banned away by Dawncore. Well, I'm curious to see what happens next. We got Magneto getting hovered away for bans. Same with Bruce Banner.
Ooh, Mag.
I mean, Banner's been putting in, had a really good showing in the last games. I'm not too surprised to see him getting taken away. Also, kind of helps take out that Namor. Namor kind of doesn't see play. Wolverine banned away, really. I guess they are kind of scared of Demon's Wolverine, although he's not even in this game. What am I talking about? He's on wrong team. Oh no, I got distracted. My brain.
Mag Eric was doing a lot better in last match than he was, well, the first one, because yeah, he's been doing numbers, but they immediately switched to Logan, which is somewhat respectable. So Zhiyong is going to take the chance to protect Mag, which is honestly very safe. It's very good. You want that strong tank, especially tag teaming with maybe Emma, but Emma's gone because she's of course I'm not going to pick that. So Strange is still on the table, so he's a comfort pick when it comes to tanks. Ruthless is just hovering over Doctor Strange because it's like instant. I know you're not going to ban him. It's your last shot. Mag is probably going to go for the side of Dawncore. That's safe too.
Yeah.
Protection.
Pretty safe ban being taken out here. They do have one more pick to secure here, so we'll have to see what that pick ends up being. They do have the Loki, so it's pretty much guaranteed. Again, going to be the Loki Luna backline. We've seen this backline a lot lately. I think it's probably the best backline we've seen. I imagine it's also going to be Zhiyong on that one as well. I don't know if we're going to be seeing any of the triple support lineups that Zhiyong has been running in a lot of the games we've seen today. But it looks like Luna Snow also going to be secured for Dawncore. Makes sense. Strong character, probably the best support in the game at the moment. And Captain America is going to be the last ban. Again, Zhiyong with the quadruple tank ban. There's no tanks. Get him out of here. And looks like, it's going to be Ultra coming out from Dawncore. And looks like Dawncore might also be running a triple support composition.
Yeah, we hate tanks.
They do not like, I think Zhiyong might be the biggest tank haters in the game. 4 tank bans is crazy. I mean, it makes sense. It does seem to work out quite well for them. Let's see. There's no way that Widow's going through.
Oh no. Johnny
No
teaming with Ultron is crazy. Neither are you picking Black Widow. Nah, she don't snipe like that. That's probably a troll pick. It's like when they picked Jeff in the last match and then obviously instantly switched over to like Luna or something. I'm messing with Zhiyong's comp though.
Yeah, it does seem interesting. You have the Strange. Yeah, you have the Strange and Wanda pair, which is so far been really strong. We do see Hela come out, which makes sense. They do basically confirm there's going to be a Human Torch on the enemy team. We do have the Torch Thing combination, so they can airdrop in the Thing into the back lines. That could be interesting. No, it's going to be a Groot probably. But Zhiyong, I do like their composition. A lot of the high firepower from range, super strong on Clintar with how tight these choke points are on this first point. So I imagine it's going to be really hard to try and break through that Hela. For now, everybody's just pushing forward on this map. Hela's going to sit on the back of the point. Goes in on the Human Torch, with that Ultron support to back him up. A lot of damage coming through, but let's run down just yet. The thing, honestly, I do quite like them. That is, oh wait, they are all on the Widow. They are actually like hard to see Widow. They did not switch it off for Dawncore, so that is an interesting take here. Okay, KO caught out here by Frostin on the Human Torch. We'll find a hit. There, very low. Will get healed up.
Just narrowly.
Seems Dawncore actually like taking the first point fast. I don't know if that Widow's been sniping anybody.
They tried.
Yeah, it seems Zhiyong they just kind of have to back off here and regroup, it seems. Kind of got picked off and teared apart.
We think the strategy, Dawncore.
Kind of quickly with this comp, I'm not gonna lie. Zhiyong forced to scatter away. His Widow is finding a pick onto the backline. Now Loki's going down. It's a double kill for the Widow. Looking for a third potentially. Oh, I see the angle. Their Mantis buffing the Widow so it can one-tap people. Oh, they're doing this.
Yep.
Oh.
You're feeling the vision now. That's why we have Mantis in the back. The triple support comp is actually doing numbers when you have strategists like that. The other two are focused on healing. Well, the other one, I should say. Because, well, Ultron is going to shoot people, Mantis is going to buff people, and Luna is the only one who's going to do the healing. 1v1ing on the point is crazy if you're a Black Widow, and Sapatik is just fearless. And you got the ult that honestly won't do too much, especially with all these close quarter combat fights. You know where everybody is, so what's the point of popping that? If you're Ultron, who just spent his for drone calls, you're just having a good time. Look at this easy run all the way to the first point with this payload intact, halfway done. It's looking like they're having Insomnia flashbacks. Zhiyong, please stop them now.
Sapatik is absolutely monstrous on this Black Widow. I mean, he's 8-0, hasn't been touched at all this game. Has been consistently picking off Zhiyong one by one. And again, another duel one is
I am ready to put on a
off like twice. Seems that there's a big team of work ultimate, but everybody's caught up in the tornado. It's a double kill for Dawncore's Frostin. For Zhiyong is just being torn apart here by Dawncore.
Oh
And then
no.
forced to regroup once again on triple tanks now. I guess they just want to buy time. Seems like switching over to Mr. Fantastic. A lot of switches over. We'll have to see. No, it's just this is Goats 2 Electric Boogaloo, but I don't think you're going to be doing much against the Black Widow composition. I mean, they're getting torn to shreds here. 3-man in the front line.
Even if they picked Reed, it'd still be triple Vanguard. It wouldn't have mattered in either scenario because honestly, Reed is a tank in his own right, and Strange is a safe pick because you got the shield. You see the choke points being cut off so that they can't flank or do anything risky. We do have the high ground now that you have this platform here, and Groot's gonna come up from the top rope. Ult is not even close to being ready. You see, with the ults that they have in the back to Dawncore, both strategists locked up, and Ultron's about to get his. Mantis pops first, Baby Bat having a good time healing everybody and damage boosting where they can. Shots aren't good from Sapatik still, who's being the sole damage dealer for the side of Dawncore. It is just rough goings for Zhiyong. They're not having a good time in this preliminary stage. They're looking really rough. It's too early to call it, even though it's still Map 1 in Game 1 in Round 1, but this isn't a very good start for Zhiyong. Dawncore is just dominating.
Again, another 2 kills from Sapatik on the Widow. I mean, it's a very rare character, but if you have the aim to make it work and you have the man to stop you up, it's a truly terrifying character. It's a big Eye of Agamotto, but I don't think it's gonna matter. It's just, we'll just get taken down. Buys him a little bit of time, but time is of the essence. Zhiyong gets taken down. Dawncore 3-0, just getting all the way there. They just got to
Critical.
secure this next point. I mean, yeah, Zhiyong has a lot of work to catch up here, and given you're on Clintar, this is gonna be rough. I'm not going to lie, especially into this Widow comp with all the long sightlines on this map.
Dawncore with the Round 1 dominance halfway to victory in map number 1, making it look like it's almost over already. You would have convinced me that there's a pip, invisible map 1 taken pip for Dawncore with the way they just steamroll Zhiyong. That was like they already read them to filth and understood their game, but honestly, they had the stream match to watch, which honestly looked like Dawncore definitely did. Which is why they're just exposing them at every corner and every turn. With PCS on attack, they should do a lot better. It's a lot easier to push the payload because earlier we were saying that they love pushing their payloads. It's the reason why they managed to take a map off of Insomnia earlier, and they should possibly do the same thing should they get this attacking round and hopefully rethink their defense. Maybe not the comp because they were bunched up a lot of those times in a lot of those fights. Do better is the answer. But look at these comps though. 1 Vanguard, 2 DPS, and 3 strategists. What's going on, Dawncore?
Could be spicy. I mean, Dawncore has just been absolutely dominating. We do actually see a Panther coming out here as a potentially an answer to that Black Widow. I think that they are going for more of a side style. Yeah, they have the Captain America and Hulk as well as possibly just try and go in instead. Bit of a big switch in terms of compositional identity here from that usual triple support style we're seeing from Zhiyong. We'll have to see if they can make it work. He's already in on that flank behind Johnny. He's just trying to pin down that Johnny, but he's just so evasive. He gets away from that. That is such an insane move.
Yeah, Frosted in the sky makes him look like he got boost at every moment. Like that thing got like double dash speed, bro. Slippery, excuse him, believe him. Frosty is just unbearable. How does he just manage to slip out of these fights constantly and manage to see a strategist who's able to heal him? But then again, there are 3 of them, so somebody is probably watching his back. Luna is on one point, Magic's on the other. He can just go as crazy as he wants to because Zhiyong is not having a good time trying to capture this point. They haven't even gotten a single hit because every corner, every turn they make, Dawncore is there to contest.
See the spin craft, so it's taken out of the fight, but Miggy was able to actually take out 2. Got his own fight here. Everybody's just brawling in this Joe point. Ruthless managing to finally take out Sabatic, and that looks like it will be the nail in the coffin for this first point. Are able to get onto the payload. It seems that Dawncore isn't quite able to hold on to it for long, but they have a lot of time on the clock here. PCS Zhiyong does manage to push forward just that little bit. Walking down 3-man, but I imagine that it's just going to be a quick regroup into the fight there. It's a big flank, though, coming in from that sidewalk. Not the Craft he's looking for. Line here on the Ultron has the Annihilation Protocol available. Spot out that top and know that somebody's on the flank here. I mean, this does make sense for Zhiyong. You just want to keep everybody kind of distracted. You want them looking at multiple angles. If you try and push from one angle only, Black Widow is just going to snipe you down one by one. Building a fire.
I'm ready to put on a show.
Big sleep there. Dawncore using one already. After forcing out that Luna ultimate, they're going to buy some time for Zhiyong. How much? Look at how tanky they are. That Mantis ultimate.
Oh yeah. Now I know somebody's probably thinking that Sleep would have been a lot more critical on the Luna, but Luna is being protected by so many teammates that how could he even pull that off in that scenario? Sleep is easier said than done of a skill to pull off, and honestly, having Hulk away from a team fight for a short duration was enough to push Dawncore back for Zhiyong to get a further push. The thing is, when Dawncore did this in this very choke point, bro, Zhiyong wasn't even there. They killed them all. Now they're the ones pushing them back from deep. Johnny with the dive. Goodbye, one by one, they fall again. Frosted is just a one-man wrecking crew.
My good, like I think I have to say the pun. He's on fire today. Frosted putting in so much work on this team in core. He can absolutely eviscerating the backlines over and over again. That the ultimate there, managing to just kind of push everybody back. And now Zhiyong forced to regroup. They have a lot of ultimates ready to go. Dawncore only have that mantle available. It's a little coming up soon, but ever. Choke point.
Fire on fire. He was burning the stairs so that they couldn't even get close to the payload. Simcraft's looking to make a flag because he's realizing that burner boy on that side is just making their life a living hell. Everybody is just getting tick damage at every corner. He falls, the play did not happen. Again, Widow with the top rope snipes, bro. Sabatic is making Widow look like a top tier bottom tier who goodbye right until he turned into Bruce Disciple Pink. Say goodbye to your life. Everybody's just falling all over again. Zhiyong just can't pull themselves together. Frosted is still on a heater. Everybody is going to have to maybe switch characters, different heroes. Zhiyong has one more shot at trying to push the point to the halfway mark at least, but they still got a long way to go. They need more time.
This sideline is so hard for Zhiyong to even break through. You have to deal with the Black Widow constantly taking pot shots at your team, and any headshot could mean death here. That's to push back off a bit. Does that to be able to take the all the way up there? That's pretty popping ultimates now. Big tornadoes coming in here on this back line. Everybody's forced to get, everyone's just getting corralled away with a DPS and a double kill, triple kill for Frosted, looking to make it a quadra kill. Everybody on Zhiyong is just gone. Burned to dust.
A fantastic 4 for Frostin. Bro, quad kill, once everybody ran away, and Ultron in the back just to get extra ticks so that he could finish off the team last minute. Bro, it was supposed to be one good hold that they're supposed to pull off and stall just to push the payload just that further bit to the halfway point for the extra time, but Zhiyong was having the door shut on there by Frostin alone. He's just dipping, dodging between these portals, and I see the vision, and I called it out early. Stars and Stripes is locked. Look at Goatnik doing better for his team, a lot better than he was during the previous matches. Holding the line, Skull Stampede doesn't find any good picks, but people should be locked for a short duration. Luna on the other side, dive in. Oh my god, they're falling. Dawncore is falling. Zhiyong's actually making it work. Double! My goodness, Squirrel Goal is so clutch. Mark is obviously doing numbers. He was doing great on the Ultron, but he's doing better with the Doreen. Lean on the way to this point. I don't think they're gonna make it. Finally get the extra time. We're still in this, bro.
Game ain't over yet. Dawncore might be having some absolutely amazing fights, but Mark getting a massive quadra kill on the Squirrel Girl does buy Zhiyong a minute and a half longer to try and push this point forward, try and even up the score here, but they have to do it now, because if Dawncore take this game, it's going to be the series is really over for them, so they have to fight here and now. We have one more chance. Let's see that. They do have 3 teams on deck, so Zhiyong have a lot of tools to try and make this next fight work. They are coming in out of advantage, way out of position. Ruthless taking him down with the Darkness Magic. Moving forward here, find again another pick onto the backline. Marco going down again. This is the tank. So much pressure coming out from the Widow. Any headshots, I mean, so much pressure coming down from this Widow.
Zhiyong has to do what they can to push however way they must just to get onto this payroll further, because it's working slowly but surely. They're not getting big team wipes, it's just inching their way to the point, making their way to the finale so that they can at least get around on the board to stay longer in this fight. The 30 seconds on the clock, it all ends here. Lunar Snow all just ended, so that might not be a good spend for it, but you just wanted to keep your team alive, so I see the vision falls right after. There's no winner. This is the chance to get this pick. This is the chance to get this push. This is the chance to finally end this off. Zhiyong just doing their best. Watch Captain America, the dive from the top right. No, Matt is still alive, only temporarily. They're all falling slowly, and they finally make it to the finish line. Oh, just when they were out, just when we thought they were out, they somehow pull us back in. We're going to overtime.
Ooh boy, this should be interesting, since I believe Dawncore have a lot more time to work with than Zhiyong has, so coming in at an advantage, but they gotta make it work. They gotta make it count. We have seen, looks like they are probably gonna be sticking to that state Dawncore on the exact same composition we see, although Penny walked in here, and you see a Hela instead, so switching off the Widow for now. It's like trying a bit of a different comp instead of the Widow onto the Hela, a bit more of a traditional character. Coming in, so I guess if you're not running the Mantis, not really much point in running the Widow. Right, let's see how this goes. Zhiyong kind of sticking to their guns a bit. The comp worked in the last game. Squirrel Club put in a lot of work. Let's see how it goes.
No more time to flex anymore, Cybertech, and I respect the vision as well. Not as much time as the previous rounds, it being overtime, of course, which means they have to rush as fast as they can. Because, well, again, they don't have much time to work with. It's just half, like more than half of it. 60 seconds is not much to work with. It's like a round in a fighting game. So there's only one good push, one continuous good push that Zhiyong has to make. And on the bright side, they're attacking first. That's how they do better. With their defense is not so good. So if Dawncore can stop them right at the door and right at their spawn, then the rest of the game is theirs. Zhiyong, get pushing. This is your last shot to make something happen. This is your last shot to at least get a map for yourself.
Opting not to use the portal immediately. I was wondering if they were gonna try that first off with the Strange ready to go, but it seems that Zhiyong saving it for a later date. They seem confident they are going to be able to get onto this point at least for this first fight. Everybody pushing forward into the choke point against Human Torch. A bit ill-advised. So much damage coming out from the Johnny. He's already building up part of ultimate charge. Dale already halfway to the Loki mimic. Everybody's pushing to break through the choke, but they haven't been able to break through just yet. So much damage coming out from Groot and Johnny. And now Zhiyong stuck in his choke point. They have to push forward sometime soon. 10 seconds left on the clock. If they don't touch the point, the game's over. They haven't been able to break through the joke at all. They're going to at least be able to touch Ruthless onto the point now because they're immediately taken down after the fact. Going straight out here. Dawncore finding free immediately. The hell is uncontested in the back. He's just putting out so much damage.
The bubble shots.
Four ultimates are committed here.
Little Ben's running Storm. Papa, why would you challenge Johnny right in this corridor? Luna, have you learned nothing from that scenario? Froston is still heating people up, and honestly, I feel like he sold that scenario so well that Treeman got to hold on to his Groot ult for a future round. This defense is going to be very rough for Zhiyong. They tried their best, and like I said earlier, they just shut them down at the door, which means all Dawncore has to do is do that faded one-tap cap. Just cap one pip, not all of the all three, just do one and we're done. We push on, we don't have to do this map anymore, which means that Zhiyong have it in them to actually pull off a miracle hold, which honestly they haven't been doing, bro. They haven't been doing it with Strange. We haven't even seen EMEA. They haven't been doing much on that Luna. They've been shot left, right, and center by that Black Widow, who honestly they have to look out for. Not only do they have to fear the duelist troops on the ground, but on up top as well. She's Dawncore is looking dangerous.
It's Sapatic, man. 23 final hits is absolutely insane on the Widow. That's so insane. I do not know if I've seen.
Wow, him and Froston are competing for kills.
Yeah, they're in a race at this point. Seems Treeman on the penny. We'll see if that ends up actually sticking. But for now, Zhiyong, they got a full hold. They have the full hold. You cannot let them cap at all. Otherwise, this is just straight up over. One touch is all it takes for Dawncore to take this away. So we'll have to see. They have 4 minutes, 37 seconds. All they gotta do is cap one.
It'll be a wash with a lucky charm in it. I don't know how Zhiyong always gets so lucky in multiple scenarios. They all of a sudden remember to lock in and play as a team and hold off, split where they need to, and group up where people are in unfavorable situations. Once they realize that Frosting is gone normally, that's when they have a more comfortable ground game without rushing in. Everybody's healing up, everybody's having a good time. Sapatic is playing good sightliner, good AR for the team with that sniper rifle, and making sure to direct traffic, and well enough for the other vanguards and strategists looking to cap the point. It's still contested, it's still held on to, and Zhiyong hasn't done anything of worth so far except the hold is being whipped away, just emptied. Who's on point? Somebody has to lock in. I'm pretty sure it has to be Treeman to make sure it don't happen. The final four have tucked in. That was fantastic. Dawncore finally get their game.
It's very well done. Dawncore taking this series 2-0, dominant fashion. Seems Dawncore, there are anything to watch out for. That's Sapatic's Widow was absolutely insane in both of these games. Froston as well. So much work getting done by PCS. Just absolutely tear through PCS Zhiyong. And that will be a 2-0 victory for Dawncore. Oh wait, it's only 1-0? Oh my goodness, I am throwing.
It's only 1-0.
It's only 1-0.
You see, everybody's rushing and mixing up our brains. Zhiyong keeps doing that. I don't know what kind of juju they got that got everybody thinking that the game's already over when it only began, but it's just them. But no, they were trying their best, and it was all for patient holds. And honestly, the damage dealers were the true heroes of the story. Froston was on a heater. But by every stretch of the word, with that Johnny Storm, might have to change his last name to Blaze if that wasn't taken by Ghost Rider, because he was burning everybody to shreds at every point, watching the entire team at every corner and making sure when people were low, they're on their way back up. Nobody got to panic ults. Nobody got to use an emergency ult when he was around, especially with Sapatic in the back watching for everybody. They just were so coordinated, these boys. I don't understand how anybody could stop them. But Zhiyong, they're not out of this yet. They still got one more map to potentially take before furthering this series. But honestly, yeah, it's looking rough. Dawncore was just giving them Insomnia flashbacks.
Oh yeah, and just such brutal plays from the DPS, and the rest of the core was so solid. Treeman was doing a ton of work, even when he was solo tank for pretty much the entire series, I want to say. So much work getting done here by this tank. So I imagine PCS kind of needs to go back to the drawing board, figure out where they want to go from here. So much value getting put out by the DPS, and I really think you got to find a way to shut down Frost and Sapatic. I mean, we saw how
Yeah.
incredibly aggressive Frostin was, like constantly swooping in, just going in constantly. Like, this is probably the most melee Johnny Torch I've ever, like Human Torch I've ever seen. Just constantly going in and just like being the most big pain ever. But it's like so nasty, and I want to see how they can shut him down.
Didn't expect a Black Widow to be flexing this early in the preliminaries, especially on the side of Sapatic. I thought he was just gonna casually snipe in playoffs further deep into the tournament, maybe next week. But like this, I mean, sure. If it's like how people want to play the game because we got space to mess around, that being nobody gets eliminated at this stage, sure, go for it, Dawncore. I actually respect it. The stronger teams are very obvious. Dawncore, Insomnia, I want to see how those two fight. I know it's a bit early to call how they're going to box with it because Zhiyong is still not out of this yet, but Zhiyong has to pull off a miracle in this upcoming domination map that we got because, hey, if time does tell stories, then this might be an early 2-0 if they don't pull off those miracles that they keep plucking out of thin air. I don't know how they do it. I really don't know.
I mean, they do seem to have a little bit of that magic factor, like the kind of the underdog factor of one moment you might think they're completely and totally out, and then just when you expect it the least, they jump back in and make something big happen. So we'll have to see, can they make that magic happen in this game too? Or are they destined for another 2-0 for the second 2-0 of the day in this preliminary stage? We'll have to see. PCS Zhiyong, they are capable of working some magic, as he said. So I want to see if they can get that little magic factor.
Honestly, they will. I don't even think the magic is even a question at this point. Their luck is just, bro, they got a 4-leaf clover tucked in every teammate's pocket, no matter where their players are located. Located from Europe all the way to the Middle East, no matter where they are. They just do it at the sudden moment. Normally during like the end game that they decide to do it, when they're like, all right, the match is over. Then all of a sudden they're like, bro, it's time for us to pull off a comeback. But honestly, their comps just get exposed in the early game, which honestly is a weakness that must get covered up before Dawncore does what Insomnia does to them. I can't stop bringing this up because it just keeps happening. The one time it stops happening where Zhiyong finally gets a strong early game is the time I'll stop talking about Insomnia and they can get this nightmare out of their head. And I'm not talking NTMR because sheesh, they got a long road ahead of them. Hopefully they can do it in this domination again. It just, if they have any bad maps, I feel like then it's going to be a long road, but if they have good ones, like here at Celestial Husk, then they'll be chilling. Pick some bands outright. I think Treeman's gonna pick Groot, and they're not even Groot FN.
You know, I that would make sense. I mean, he's also the Tree Man. That's supposed to defend the try to pick him up, but the guy's literally the Tree Man. But we'll have to see here.
He is Tree.
He is Tree. Johnny Torch keeps calling him that. Human Torch gets taken away. Keep combining the names. Looks like they are going to protect it again. Same strategy we saw from Dawncore last time. I mean, I would protect it too after how much of a monster Frostin was. It's like Magneto.
Yeah, and on the same thing with Zhiyong, they're actually banning Magneto. They did that in the last map as well. When I honestly, maybe one of the few people who don't think Magneto is the best on Klutar. He's more better on the Wakanda map for the very same game mode. But here in Domination, no. In every Domination map, Magneto just has a field day. So it's pretty safe for them to protect him early. It's a good save. It's actually a perfect save for the side of Zhiyong because if they shoot people at every corner, Magneto can take care of the air support easy. He can take care of the ground troops, and with the Fear Magneto popped at random intervals, everybody will get wiped at one time and they'll be chilling. But if he gets killed early, it's not good for them. I think Ruthless should take Mag over Goat Milk. No offense, but Goat Milk, pick us Duelist and be very annoying for the opposition, and Dawncore will not have a good time in this map too.
We'll have to see. Again, same thing we've seen from Zhiyong in the last couple of games with the very heavy focus on banning away tanks. Magneto, Emma, and Bruce all taken away from Dawncore. Well, meanwhile, Dawncore, Torch, Wolverine, and Emma Frost, and looks like Loki as well, will all be taken off the menu for Zhiyong. So I mean, Loki, I feel like was the main one we kind of saw from this team a lot, but it's just getting taken away constantly.
Right.
With, oh no, Punisher actually. So more protection towards this Human Torch, I imagine, just to prevent Zhiyong from kind of sniping it down. It kind of makes sense. I mean, one of the best answers to Human Torch is hit scan, and Punisher is probably the premier hit scan at the moment. And looks like Luna Stowe will likely be that last pick, guaranteed for Dawncore. Very, very similar setup as to the same as the last game. I imagine Zhiyong is also just gonna ban another tank. I would imagine probably like, yeah, Cap. Yep, 4 tank bans from Zhiyong once again. Meanwhile, Dawncore a bit more of a mix.
I'm not judging.
And yep, that's Frostin locking in that Human Torch once again. I mean, he was so disgusting on it last game. I can only imagine it's going to be the same recipe. Is it the same composition, actually? They're going to lock the Widow in as well, I wonder? I mean, Septic's Widow.
You can't really fail with the K-Popper either, too. I mean, if they bring back Widow, let's be chilling. I thought they were going to ban, like, Widow instead, but then I realized, no, that's Dawncore holding on to these players. Zhiyong is like, nah, eviscerate Punisher and we should be chilling. Are you sure? Because they haven't done anything with Punisher. The last thing I remember Punisher doing that was critical was that Portal and Punisher comp where the turret was just floating right above everybody's heads and picking off people one by one, but that's pretty much it. Sapatic on Phoenix is crazy. I think Widow, should show up in the foreseeable future, but it's safe. You can't go wrong with the K-pop Demon Hunter. Instead, Luna on either side is the best strategist. In every season, she's just present. Her presence is great, and you gotta have actual skill to shoot with her. You just left click and everybody's good. Everybody's up and running and off to the races to do more crazy plays all over again. We're running back into this map, and we're gonna get down and dirty for map 2 of Zhiyong versus Dawncore. How will this one turn out?
Dawncore have a leg up. They do leg up, and they do have the momentum coming in from this first game. So we'll have to see if PCS Zhiyong, can they reset? Can they get it done coming this game? And Frostin, again, on that Human Torch is a terrifying thing. So I imagine they're going to be very careful of Frostin and how much damage he's been able to put out in these games. I wonder if they're going to try and maybe some pressure on him. The Venom is already in there, but like maybe a little bit too deep. Again, just right in Frostin's face and get burned to dust. However, in the backline...
And the 2-pick from Simcast of Psylocke, you saw earlier that Simcast was having a very hard time with Psylocke trying to get flanks off and especially pull out that Dawn of the Butterfly ult, which was not very helpful. With this game, that early without an ult is a flex and a half. Back and forth they go, but Zhiyong is doing a lot better, and it's good to see that they're getting a clean early game, even though Dawn is the one capping. They're just preventing it, as they normally do. They prevent full team wipes, even though they do get wiped later on, but it hasn't happened yet. I don't want to jinx it so far. Baby Bat's just healing everybody left, right, and center. You know that Ken is doing the same thing as well, building the ult pits. Nobody's having a good time. If your name is Zhiyong, all of a sudden it just momentum just flipped. Because nobody's died so far. It's just how they get these ults. I can't even call it luck. It's just some kind of charm. Golly, Johnny Torch from the top. And Phoenix to fix the job. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned the team wipe because it just happened. Dawncore with the cap.
My goodness, the Phoenix ultimate did so much damage. I mean, the Phoenix and the Johnny both dive in at the same time. Everything just explodes all at the same time. So much damage again from the DPS core.
Fire.
Duelist core is so strong in Dawncore, and have been kind of and they still have the Human Torch ultimate. They still have the Nova, as well as having that Groot ultimate available. But it's super hard to push through. Dawncore getting pushed away further and further away by the point. Here we go, Supernova getting caught here with the Root Prison forced out. But everybody.
Oh no! So they don't have anywhere to run, so it's just the same team fight as last time. That's the second team fight in a row in the same minute. All thanks to Johnny Torch from the top. Supernova making me wish they put Nova in the game, but who cares when that ult just does that very job of burning everybody to cinders. The tornado had them locked so that even if you had an escape tool, Luna could only just, skate away. There's no portal to do. Phoenix isn't very fast. Actually, nobody on that team is very fast at all. The only one who could jump away are Scarlet which, and maybe Invisible Woman Sue got the super jump, but if you use it, it's gone. So they were all sitting ducks in that scenario. Frostin is still on a heater. He is just burning everybody on and on. Can they get this hold? Because so far Dawncore hasn't let up. Revival of the fittest. Saptic is actually looking to punish them.
Massive ultimate there as well, finding it on Groot. Frosted is just in there. This guy has no fear whatsoever of the Zhiyong core, and it's constantly going in with that Ultron drone to keep it popped off. In and out. I mean, this is like one of the fastest torches ever I've ever seen. But Zhiyong does the portal onto the point, so they are going to try and cap it, but again, they're in overtime now. They have to win this fight right here, right now. Otherwise, this first point is going the way of Dawncore, and they are walling them off. The last person goes down, and that is going to be Dawncore. We've taken this first point here. Celestial Husk goes over to them.
First round gone, yeah. And I couldn't even get off the fact that having the high platform in the middle of the Celestial hand round was critical for avoiding Johnny, because honestly they didn't want to do it at all. If they were to use it as cover, that means everybody would be bunched up and he could pop an easy supernova to just pick them off, and everybody just 1v1s everybody to death. Shame Ruthless hasn't gotten a single kill yet, bro. They're just getting bombed, and neither has Sapatic died. This is like the Widow game, but doing off of Phoenix. Phoenix just came out. How could Dawncore be flexing this hard? Sheesh. I feel really sorry for Zhiyong at this rate. They got to make a bounce back of the Sentry so that they can have their morale brought back up.
Yeah, it seems that Zhiyong just they have to find something. They do have some ultimates coming into this fight, so they will, I think, be able to. I think they should be able to maybe find something. They at least are coming into this fight with an advantage. They do have the Omega Meteor, you have the Reality Erasure, you do have, most importantly, Invisible Boundary. So hopefully it might help might give PCS Zhiyong at least a little bit of an edge coming into this game. Into this next fight here. Magoo does have access to the Invisible Boundary. We'll have to see if they want to use it, trying to force their way onto this point, but Dawncore are there first and already have control. They are going to be taking almost immediately Supernova. Here we go. Watch the fire tornadoes into this hole. Boundary will keep them alive.
Yeah, I was wondering why they didn't pop the barrier this early, because like you needed to avoid that ult so that Johnny doesn't have good sight lines, and Frostin is basically shooting at nothing and hoping that you're in the barrier. It's a great distraction because he has to go either left or right to flank them off, and obviously your only option if you're Zhiyong is to split up. But no, they're getting split apart all over again. It still worked out for them. That was not the play. Maybe it was the late ult. Maybe it was a bit of discoordination from Zhiyong. But had they done the play early, I think they could have survived longer the team fight. The 1-2-3 formation from the side of Dawncore is still doing great.
Indeed, absolutely going crazy in the second game. Dawncore has so much dominant control. The end on Inferno doesn't end up taking anybody down, but it at least buys them some time. And now Luna Snow ultimate using it to push forward onto the point box. Totally uncontested. I mean, this is so hard to be on. They are getting taken out from every side and angle. They are totally surrounded and totally all sent back to spawn. Goodness gracious, Dawncore, just do it again.
How do we rethink the strategy here? We got burning ults ready to be popped for 4 of your heroes, and the other 2 are on their way to getting it. They haven't even burnt it yet. Dawncore doesn't have a single ult. You could go for a deep flank, maybe off of a portal, and just burn them all at once. I'm pretty sure the pure chaos is completely good because nobody got hit. Simcast is just doing that out of complete frustration. Just as I said they stop burning all the ults, Magneto should be pulling off. Magneto, why aren't you chucking anything? Oh, Supernova counter because he just got enough. M-Mantis in the back line, keeping everybody healed and chunked up. It's just all it was. This is the 4th time they're getting team wiped. You're not winning this, sister. Johnny's gonna win this. Susan Storm is going to fall eventually. Ding ding on cue. Another team wipe, another rough fight, and the Phoenix Force is back. For the ultimate, but like, Sapatic just got ult back just off of that one team fight, and the quarter is being held solo by Phoenix. Popped again. Nobody can run on. I think Zhiyong might have this done.
Got the copy the end song Inferno already looking in. That Luna so does not jump by the Phoenix. Isn't quite able to get away. Ultron going in to finish off that kill with the Annihilation Protocol. Overtime now on this point. Zhiyong have to find a way on this point here and now, but so many more old Zhiyong. Nobody there to contest. He's the only one who can get on this point, but it's sneaking down by that.
Oh, no, Dawncore got it.
Yep,
No, Dawncore got it. The moment I saw the top rope shot from Sapatic shooting like he's Black Widow, I was like, nah, they can't touch point anymore, because that was the sole one that could have gotten them back. Now, it is 2-0. Dawncore defeats Zhiyong. Rough match, but honestly, just like it was with Insomnia, Dawncore showed pure domination.
Dawncore, such an amazing showing in our final game of the day. Dawncore does so much good work in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Sapatic and Frostin were such an amazing core in this game, constantly picking people off, constantly making people go down left and right. Super well done. Very good game.
There were Splash Brothers, honestly. There were Splash Brothers in that. Curry and Thompson shooting bombs and getting big numbers in every match that they had. It was pure domination from them, and I look forward to seeing what they do in future weeks of our Rivals Ascension EMEA League. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you for sticking it through with these 3 matches that we had going down. It was super fun casting with you, Narwhal, and it was super fun doing this whole tournament because, jeez, it's not over yet. These are only prelims. Thank you to Watt and everybody in production for holding it down. It has been me, Jig, and that has been Narwhal. We'll see you for more Rivals Ascension EMEA action in the future. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
The use of marijuana. The suppression, the use of marijuana.